Well, hey, welcome to the show before the show, where I check to make sure everything is working. I'm your host, Patrick Marlette, your local game guy, and today I'm joined by Will. Hello, Will. Oh, you know what, Will? They can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
No, I'm fucking with you. I did that on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, see,
I had to. I saw prime opportunity to mess with you, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever faked my mic not working before.
Well, I appreciate it, Will. He drives me to drink, people. I didn't choose to drink this mezcal union. That's all Will's doing. So, if you couldn't guess by the thumbnail of today's video, we're going to be working on Anzrag, the Quake-Mole, aka Holy Moly. They literally brought a mole god into the MTG universe, right? Everyone's freaking about all of the tie-ins with Universes Beyond, but this is the one that got me. Will, should we? I mean, we can look at the mole minimally. All right, so it's on the screen now. I'll just leave it up on the screen, and you guys can tell me if our audio is checking. But guys, we're gonna be brewing this deck. I have high hopes for it. This is from the most recent set, Murders at Karlov Manor. If you haven't been following the spoilers from that set, well, guess what? We got a bunch of legendary creatures. This has been a trend for new Magic sets, and obviously, anytime there's a new one that's a 4-cost 8/4 with no downside, it already immediately has my attention, and then it has amazing effects tacked onto it. Like, one more can you ask for? And plus, Gruul, I have an affinity for Gruul. Gruul is probably my favorite 2-color pairing, I gotta say. Yeah, I would say that. Like, since Wart the Raid Mother, like, I've loved Gruul. And this is just my kind of dumb thing to do. But Will, do you have any preliminary thoughts on the Quake-Mole? Any feelings about this boy? How far can we take it?
I'm looking to play some cEDH Turbo Fog.
Who would have thought they'd be saying that in 2023?
I
right?
know.
This is not on my bingo board, but I'm like happy for it. I'm honestly really happy for it. Anzrag the Quake-Mole, I'll just read it off while we're here in the show before the show, just to whet your appetite. If you haven't seen this, it's 2 generic and Gruul, 8/4 body, Mole God. Whenever Anzrag the Quake-Mole becomes blocked, untap each creature you control. They did not need to participate in said attack. All that needs to occur is the Quake-Mole needs to be blocked. Well, I'm just never going to block this 8/4. Well, that puts you on a clock, but also, after this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. This is not limited to once per turn. Do this as often as you want. For 3 generic and double Gruul, Anzrag, that's 7 mana. Anzrag must be blocked each combat this turn if able. Yes, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's attached to the creature is great, right? So it's an A plus B plus C kind of combo. And what Will was just referencing, Fog, oldie, goldie, not necessarily for Commander, but now it's great. It's great for Commander. Instant speed, I think it's 1 green, and creatures can't take damage during combat this turn.
So it is no combat damage this turn, period. Meaning you can't win through combat damage if you use Fog, but thankfully, there's a million other options. Get a Rummage Effect, you loot through your entire deck in one go. Get a Pinger, ping everybody to death. And there's some really weirdly good pingers in Gruul, so you have some stuff to work with. There's the Gruul Dork Shaman that taps for, I think, a red, and whenever it becomes tapped, each opponent gets dealt 1 damage.
Yeah.
So it's like you're running a 2-mana Dork that's also a win con.
Yeah, we'll use that. Here, I'm going to adjust your volume really quick. You're going to see this volume knob go over Will's face. Don't mind that, people. Yeah. Hey, that seems
looks
good.
better than me.
No. It's not even that. So, I say A plus B plus C because obviously you could have said Pinger, Anzrag, and your Fog effect. It doesn't need to be Fog, and we'll look over these types of effects in a second. But Anzrag supplies the must be blocked aspect. Obviously, we want to add a D to this combo by just making it so that people have to block Anzrag. This could be an aura. This could be some form of equipment that causes this. To be honest, I've not researched this as we do with all of these deck techs. This is a live brewing session. We're starting from scratch. So the goal of today, and I realize we haven't done one of these in a minute here on the channel, so let me just start with this. This is a blueprint for you Commander players. If you want to potentially brew Anzrag for cEDH, that's the only speed at which we brew list on this channel, then this is going to be great for you. Whether it flies or it fails, we're going to find out. We can potentially do some gold fishing, or on the Discord, it seems like there was enough interest to play Magic the Gathering tonight. So normally we do Friday Night Magic here. I will encourage you, if you're not a member of the Discord, to join via the link in the description to participate in gaming. But you can join there and or in conversation, just not during a live. But definitely jump on there if you want to participate in gameplay. We could potentially get a game going. I have a poll going right now to see general interests with you live audience members. But after we're done brewing the list, instead of gold fishing, my theory is we can just play a few games, and I have everything set up for us. It's just a matter of doing this. I have a different deck up to just test the framing, but basically I'll use a virtual cam to capture Anzrag gameplay. So we'll get to brew it and see exactly how it plays today with any luck. But no promises. Like if not enough people show up, or we just have to, it takes too long to find a room, I don't want to play with random people, then it just doesn't happen. But if you're here during the live stream and you want to play potentially, let us know. That's why the live chat is there. But guys, on that note, we can officially start this. I'm Patrick Marlette, your local game guy. We do these live streams every week. It's a good opportunity for us to, well, build a better community, but also get to chat with one another on the topics. So if you're interested in building Anzrag yourself, this is the best video for you, because we're going to be starting from scratch, as I said earlier, and hopefully making this as competitive as possible. If you have ideas on the build, that's great. Share them. Constructive criticism, constructive feedback, all of that, great. Feel free to share it in the live chat, but with that, might as well get started. Okay. Is the Mothman cEDH? The Mothman? I don't.
That's a Fallout card.
Mothman
maybe? Could be cEDH. So Mothman has a pseudo infect effect where every player gets radioactive 1, and each upkeep that player with radioactive gets an additional radioactive counter, takes damage equal to the radioactive, and mills that many cards. You can do stuff with it. I wish the Mothman was in white, because then you'd have a really good stacks deck.
So let's get our lands in here. So, okay. This is going to be a good, third of our deck, right? So let's just bang this out really quick. I know it's the most exciting aspect. Mateus, hey, Mateus, is this called Quake-Mole? No. So the list, if you want to follow along with it, the definitive Holy Moly deck list is in the description. It's labeled Holy Moly. It should be up to date as soon as I refresh this page. As soon as you refresh your page, you should be able to go to this at its current form if you want to play test it yourself or build off of it. Maze of It is needed in the deck. Yeah, we definitely talk about that in one of our recent shorts discussing this card. I think that's probably the first land we should just put in here.
Yeah, I would not say it's part of the mana base, but it is a land we should be including 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So we need Taiga.
Yep.
We need, what is it called? The shock one. Stomping Grounds?
Stomping Ground.
Stomping Ground or Grounds?
Stomping Grounds. Yeah, Stomping Ground, no S.
All right, guys. Maze of It is needed, then just do regular land list for Gruul cEDH. Yeah, I don't have a copy and paste for you, sadly. Actually, do I? No. All dual lands MTG. There's a site called Mana Gathering, which is my go-to for everything. But this is where I normally go to just check up on my Horizon lands. Have they all been printed yet? Check up on my Battle Bond lands. Yada yada yada. But yeah, if you know them, feel free to shout them out in the comments. Guess what? That engagement helps so much. So please feel free to. So we need Bloodstained Mire.
Yep.
So this is the boring part. We're gonna get all the more or less core cards out of the way first for this deck build. And then we'll look into the fun tech cards, of which there should be a few, because this list is kind of demanding them, right? Like, it's not, we can't just get away without including fog effects, which is unique to this list.
Theoretically, we could get away with just Mazavith and Elvish Scout, and then we don't even need to run Pingers, but I feel like having the alternate redundancy is probably good.
Just gonna add crop rotation right now because of Maze of Ith. I think that's like,
100%.
yeah, I feel like we want that.
I'd say run Elvish Reclaimer. Honestly, I think Elvish Reclaimer is good enough because it will let you cycle any land. It's crop rotation, but you want to find Gaia's Cradle as your second land.
The other one that fetches them that's on a body is Selesnya, though, right? I forget her name.
Yeah.
But Elvish Reclaimer is like just mono green, so I'm down for Elvish Reclaimer. We can add a few things that find lands. Speaking of, we'll add another. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong thing here. We're gonna add Prismatic Vista. We can add a Rainbow Lands quickly as well. So Mana Confluence, City of Brass, Tarnished Citadel. I'm gonna put Tarnished Citadel in there because you know what? I don't care. Ancient Tomb.
Oh, we're going to be using our life total so much with that Sylvan Library and...
nothing else. I'll put Sylvan Library in there. Do we add Underworld Breach just because? Are we trying to put Gruul Breach lines in here?
Nah, okay. I think we're fine.
Okay, so other lands. There is no Horizon land yet. I'm always checking. I'm like...
Unless we want to run a Seeker of Skybreak and the other guy. What is it? Oh
wow, this is amazing. You hit all of them. Trans Demon. Damn. Hold up. I love this. Wait, I'm gonna go off your list. Carplusian Forest is the Pain land, right? Or it's earlier. I think it's a Pain land. I think it's just a Pain land. Spire Garden. I'm down for. Oh, you know what we need? We need the Forbidden Orchard.
Oh yeah, Forbidden Orchard. Yeah.
Give us a creature to. If in the off chance there's no creature we can attack into, then it gives us the creature we can attack into. So I actually really like Forbidden Orchard here too. Gaia's Cradle. Is that a good card?
Yeah, Gaia's Cradle is quite good. I will say the only thing I don't like about Holy Moly is that he doesn't say all creatures must block him. He says he must be blocked, so one creature can get away with it.
Oh.
If you did Maze of Ith, you could get in with a 1/1 dork and Holy Moly and just ping people down, but now they need to have only one creature to block.
I don't know if I want Grove of Burn Willows. Is that the filter land?
I can check that.
Oh, I'm on the site, sir. No. So Firelit Thicket is it? No, Grove of Burn Willows is the future shifted land.
Yeah, it's the inverted pain land. Your opponents gain life. That's fine. We don't care. We're doing infinite something to win the game.
Right, but is it called Battle Bond lands? Or are they called, what are the ones where it's like 2 or more players?
I call them opponent checks, but I know a lot of people call them Battle Bond.
Oh, did I put Spire Garden in here already? Let's check. Okay. Alright, that sexy, exciting land base out of the way. Oh god, Wooded Foothills doesn't exist. Let's find out. Let's find if that's true or not. Where are we? Wooded Foothills. Maybe if I added another L there, it would be good. We've got 25 lands, Will.
And one of them does not produce mana.
Is that enough?
We're going to be running so many dorks it might.
I'm lying. We know. No, we need a basic or two. Let me put a wait.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
I'm gonna put a Shatter Skull Smashing, Forest, Mountain, and Shatter Skull Smashing, and that's technically 28 lands. Shatter Skull. It's a Shatter Skull Hammer Pass is the land, but I like that MDFC a lot. I think that we can use that Bolt land. I don't remember what the green one is. You could use it in Savala. I don't think you'd use it here. We might up the amount of basics in a second, but Willow, what are some of our other core cards? Like Mana Crypt, obviously, Soul Ring, Mox Diamond, for all those no lands we have, not Mox Amber, Mox Opal. We crazy like that? I'll put it on the sideboard.
Yeah, Mox Opal, no, we're not getting artifacts. Did you have Chrome Mox in already?
No, I'm about to add that though.
There we
go.
We've
got Lotus Petal, Jeweled Lotus, Chrome Mox, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt. This deck isn't really looking for Mana Vault, and the 2 CMC ones are kind of out of the question in my book. I would rather we go for the spirit guides, so Elvish Spirit Guide. Again, we're getting all of the sort of core efficient mana cards out of the way. Simian Spirit Guide.
I think we can also probably run Wild Growth, Utopia Sprawl, and Carpet of Flowers.
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. We haven't even covered my favorite one yet. Utopia Sprawl. What is my favorite ramp on a creature? Do you know? Guess. It's a green creature.
Delighted Halfling.
Now, Will.
I know.
You know so little of me. No, I said this last time Silent John played it in Corvold.
Oh, Tinderwall.
Dude, Tinderwall is the shit. Tinderwall is so good. Tinderwall is so good. I love that card. Tinderwall! Mateus gets it. Yes. Thank you. I mean, you don't need to know that fact about me. That's just a random fact about me. But I really love that card. Sanctum Weaver, Priest of Titania. I don't know if we're... Okay, so Birds of Paradise. Thank you, guys. All of your favorite dorks, shout them out now. So, Will, you said you want Delighted Halfling, though, right?
Yeah, I think Delighted Halfling's still good enough. But we have Thinned Horn Elves, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Spirit... Or not Elvish Spirit Guide. Thinned Horn Llanowar, and... Why am I blanking? Elvish Mystic. Those are the main three. And then you have Arbor Elf, Birds
Dockside.
of Paradise.
I like the suggestion
Dockside.
of Dockside Extortion. Good suggestion with that one, by the way. Transdemon. I'm 100% on that. Green Soul Ring? Who dis? What Green Soul Ring? Are you talking about my Tinderwall? Too bad it's temporary. Zertaw Druid. Can we just look at Zertaw Druid? Thank you for Zertaw Druid, by the way. Is it 2 A's?
Yes. Zertaw Druid is the one druid, or the one dork I was talking about before. But Zertaw Druid is the thinger.
This is an outlet! Oh my god! Yo! Yes! 100%. Do I normally suggest 2-for-1 dorks? No. Never. But this one's actually really dope. Is there new art for Zertaw? I have a copy of this one.
There might
foil.
be an art. The RNA Guild kit might have different art, but I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Zertaw Druid, hell yes. Are there other dorks that ping? Tell me. Tell me now.
Not good ones, I don't think.
Thank you for the suggestion of Mana Vault. I do think we're going to stay off of it, though. I'm sorry.
I checked. There is no alternate art for Zertaw Druid.
It's okay.
Sadly.
One day, folks. One day. We're going to get that secret lair soon, and when it does drop, I hope to God it's the same set with Holy Moly, because for sure. Honestly, if this checks out, Will, I will 100% make this list. I feel like this is just a good, dumb list to play. Like, I might not have the guy's Cradle in paper, but I'll play everything else. Hey, Abzo.
No, you may not have the real guy's Cradle and Paper. There's a very nice website that I've heard of. Can't remember the name of it. MTG Ambassador. Yeah.
Well, for now. Nothing to show for it this year yet.
We are currently up in the air on that. They're figuring stuff out, and we will be caught up on that eventually.
Oh, but while they're figuring it out, folks, hey, if you want to wait. How did I make this stream without this? This is new. Hey.
Oh yeah, true.
Will, you want to plug it, Will? Hold up. Hey, by the way, this channel is a proud affiliate member of TCG Player. That's all I got. If you want to
build this deck or get any of the cards from this deck, check out our TCG Player affiliate link, where you can both buy the things you want and help fund our show so that we can keep doing streams like this.
Yes, thank you. That was perfect. So we're going to move the join the Discord down to make way for this. How about that? Yeah, this is new. I finally figured out the new system with them. I buy so much shit off of TCG Player. Between Sorcery Singles, all the One Piece you see behind me, and Magic the Gathering. This finally got worked out again. So if you are looking to buy singles, I encourage you to use that link, or you can just, funnel your cash into a larger channel and help some bigger machine. That's cool. Fuck my drag. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. But if you do purchase off TCG Player, I purchased off Card Kingdom and TCG Player, but legitimately, with all the trade-in credit I get from TCG Player, it's just easier to pick up my singles there. So if that's true for you, use that link. Okay. It should be in there now. Don't refresh your page to look for it, though. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, then don't worry about it. Orcish Lumberjack, Nuada. It gets you 3 green or 3 red. You do need to destroy a forest specifically for it. It doesn't need to be a basic forest. I'm off it because we don't need it that soon. I'm sorry. So what we like to do generally is get our land base out of the way, all of our mana out of the way, just clear that right out of the way. I think that we have all of our mana producing enchantments, creatures, lands, artifacts out of the way. But we should consider potentially our tutor base, but only after we determine what the hell's going in the deck. So let's do that, Will.
Yeah,
Because-
so we want to figure out if we want fogs or if we want just Elvish Scout and Maze of Ith.
Right, so that's weird. Oh, yeah, are those even my words? I don't think I've ever... Sorry. Elvish Scout. So, Elvish Scout... I think we highlight this in the video.
We do.
Is this really the only one?
It is the only one that does Maze of Ith effects, so it's the best one. For generic fogs, we have Spore Frog, and we have this other thing that's that is the Fog Spellseeker or Spell Shaper. But for Maze of Ith effects, Elvish Scout is the only one outside of Maze of Ith itself.
Yeah, that's fine. So Maze of Ith and Elvish Scout are good. Wait, we're getting a few suggestions. We've got Harmless Offering. Obviously, we're going to add to our removal suite and our tutors later. Harmless Offering is 3 CMC Swapperoonie, if I'm not mistaken. Target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. You're saying that for a Dark Steel Mirror?
No. Okay, so for those who don't know, the best strategy that you can probably do with Holy Moly without having to do a whole bunch of extra loops is doing Holy Moly plus either a fog effect or a maze effect. The reason why is, for indestructible stuff, for instance Darksteel Mirror, you need to give an opponent Darksteel Mirror, which then is a 0 power thing to block Holy Moly, and that player has to have not enough creatures that can kill Holy Moly, because Darksteel Mirror does not have to be the thing that blocks it. Any creature can block it, and if Holy Moly dies, that's a problem. With Maze of Ith, it prevents all damage to Holy Moly, and all damage it does, basically giving your opponent a Darksteel Mirror and making Holy Moly indestructible. And with General Fogs, no damage in general, same thing, but then you can't win through combat damage. So Maze of Ith and Elvish just said the card.
Scout.
Elvish Scout. Maze of Ith and Elvish Scout are the best options because you just need enough creatures to make it through, and then that. So it's a literal A plus B combo. But for General Fogs, you need an extra pinger. For the whole Darksteel Mirror thing, you need a specific board setup, Darksteel Mirror, and also the gift, which is hard to tutor, so it's an inconsistent combo.
Is it weird that I want to add Loyal Apprentice? If we're going to roll with things that care about bodies,
So
it's a good way to get over our opponents in those infinite lines, because they might just have something big enough.
yeah, it depends if we're going to go for fogs or just maze effects, because if we're going for fogs, no, for obvious reasons. For
Right.
maze effects, yeah, why not?
So, how many maze effects are there outside of those two? We've determined that
It's
there's
just
none.
the two. Just the two.
Well, then I think we need at least a few general fogs. Prevent. Okay, so is there? Okay, this is what I'm going to task everyone with right now. Has there been different wording for this type of effect in the history of Magic? Up until now, it's been prevent damage.
Yeah.
And obviously, maybe slight iterations on that. We'll look up sorcery and instant and enchantment
Yeah,
and artifact.
it's best to have it on creature, but having it on anything could be fine. I'll say the
If we
best
broaden the
options.
search, it might show us a few more options, though. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, the best options that we have for general fogs are Spore Frog, Spike Weaver, and not Spore Weaver, which is the other one.
I believe we've actually gotten a few suggestions from Transdemon on this.
Dawn Strider, that's the last one.
Exactly.
Yep.
I didn't hit those yet. And Dawn, thank you. Sorry, Trans, thank you so much for hitting those. So we got Spore Frog, Dawn Strider, Spike Weaver.
So Spike Weaver is the only one I'm not a giant fan of because it's 4 mana, but it is just pay 1, remove a counter from this and fog.
I'm gonna put it on the. Is it Spike Weaver 1 word or 2 words? Hold up, 2 words. Yeah, we're gonna add it to our sideboard for now. Side is a maybe board. Obviously, there's no sideboard in Commander. Don't get that twisted. Ebony Horse also is a Maze of Ith, kind of, but for 2. I'm gonna look that up before we look over what I've just researched. Ebony Horse. There's only 108 cards for the other thing. It's a 3 and then 2. Untap target attacking creature you control. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to that and dealt to that creature this turn. Excuse me, that was horrible wording.
We could find this with Goblin Engineer, like just a weird creature tutor workaround.
Do we what is the haste enabling? Do we need haste enabling to get these lines in play? Elvish Scout, obviously, I don't want to just throw Elvish Scout down and have it get murked. So I kind of want to put it down when it can do the thing, ideally. So in my mind, like, is this deck trying to bury an anger? Is this deck, what does this deck want? What is that? Call of the one that provides riot.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
That one off the top of my head. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it.
It's an enchantment with Domri on it. It's an enchantment with Domri on it, but it provides riot. Like, do we want haste enabling to? Well, also the haste enabling would just be good if our commander is coming down later than we want him to. Or any of those value creatures, any of the creatures that tap to do things, like just having the added effect is actually quite good, especially if I don't know if we use Agatha's Soul Cauldron in this. There could be a backup Agatha's Soul Cauldron line, and like the Riot providing +1/+1 counters is actually kind of useful in that as well. Obviously, Agatha's does that for us, but it's like that's working. I think we need to work in another combo outside of the Mole, is what I'm saying. I guess because it's good to have like a plan A for a list, but most lists that are consistent that win cEDH tournaments have a B and a C and then a D with, Mnemonic Betrayal using your shit, or there are a multitude of ways to win, and a majority of the most winningest lists use the same cards anyway, so you can Praetor's Grasp the thing you need. We're in Gruul and we're relying on combat, right? So it's a little hinky in that sense. So I do think that there needs to be another combo included in here. As to what that is, does Gruul have better than Dualcaster Twin Flame? Like, what is the Underworld Breach LED wheel? I hate that line. I would never do that personally, but it's there. But there are grinding station lines for Underworld Breach as well.
Rhythm of the Wild. That's the thing you're talking about. So thank you, Grisby. Thank you, Grizzly and Espresso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Grisby.
I'll add I don't, and I'm not even sure, like, we need Rhythm of the Wild, but I want to put it, not that, I do want to put it in for now.
I mean, if you want, we can just toss in, like, Crash and Drawbridge or something like that as a creature we can set up to give haste whenever. But if we want another combo, I would say Seeker of Skybreak and Hanger Scrounger, because Seeker of Skybreak lets us untap lands, which could give us another Quake-Mole combo. And Hanger Scrounger is a loopable effect for Holy Moly, because he enters, and then whenever you tap or untap something, like one of your attackers, or Holy Moly himself, Hangerback Scrounger, or Hanger Scrounger. Or is it just
Hanger Scrounger? I think it's
Hanger Scrounger.
Yeah, I like Hanger Scrounger.
So, and then Seeker of Skybreak, Hanger Scrounger gives us the Seek and Scrounge combo, because we just go through our whole deck, play Underworld Breach, and then win with literally anything.
Dolmen Gate, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control, Will. Now, the only issue here is that when they're
Doesn't
creatures...
protect your opponents.
Right, and we honestly needed to do that. The fact that it's single-sided is really cool for a lot of reasons in various formats, but not necessarily here, sadly, for us. I do like that suggestion, though. Druid's Repository is an interesting one. This is a combo card in Agila. I don't really know if modern Agila lists use this, but whenever a creature attacks, you put a charge counter on this, remove charge counters to add mana. Why I like Druid's Repository here is that we do kind of need that piggy bank to help with the unblockableness. That can be useful on the side or just for interaction later. Like, I don't really hate Druid's Repository. It is costly, but think about this. If you have two creatures on the battlefield that don't need to tap to cast Druid's Repository, then, swing the Dork at the person that's open and then swing Anzrag. And basically this had paid 2 for itself, right? So it was like virtually 1 to cast in this list. And if we know we're going to have a lot of bodies, then it makes sense. I think that this is going to pay for itself. So I like Druid's Repository here. Thank you for that suggestion. Specifically, Mateus. Look at you. Of course you would suggest the Gila card. Really save this. Jade Monolith. We're getting a lot of amazing suggestions, by the way. Thank you for all of these. Okay, so it's 4 CMC. The next time a source... I'm going to read... Yeah. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to target creature this turn, the source deals that damage to you instead. Ooh.
Ooh. No, that kills you very quickly.
We could fall on our face with that one, yeah. All right, Will. Let's look into our fog effects. We've added a few already, mind you.
Well, if we already have Maze of Ith and then 2 to 3 fog creatures outside of Elvish Scout, then I think we're fine. I think we really only need 4 outlets to do the Holy Moly combo, because 3 of them are creatures. They're very easy to find, and 1 of them can be searched with a creature. So I think we're fine with fog effects, if I'm being completely honest.
We've got a lot of suggestions in this realm here. So let me just go over a handful I'm seeing. I just want to go through just to see if there's anything we might have missed or something that exists that we should be playing. What kind of damage should we do with this turn? Right, and then I want to look over the suggestions you have as well, folks. I do see them. Will, holler if you see any that are standout to you, that you think would be good includes that you haven't considered already. Obviously not to ignore the suggestions there. I think Arachnogenesis was something that was suggested. I think it might have tried to auto-correct it for you. Prevent all common damage should be dealt by non-spider creatures. Arachnogenesis is kind of goofy.
I mean, that is funny, because we just need 1 spider and we win the game, or changeling.
Right. So it is 3 CMC, mind you, but create X spiders with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Yeah, never mind. That doesn't work, does it? All right. You think we're good with where we're at? Okay. Of course, I would be the one. Domri, Anarch of Bolas. Domri, Anarch of Bolas is specifically the one that generates mana, right? Yes. So creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered. This is separate of the mana. If you're asking yourself, hey, does it need to be the Gruul I just represented with this +1 loyalty? No, any creatures you cast this turn can't be countered. This is just period. This is a side effect of this mana ability. It's quite good. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Why not a 9/4?
And then down tick, bop.
Oh my god, yeah, right. No, this is amazing. What's the biggest threat? Yeah, that kill that really quick. I do like Domri, Anarch of Bolas quite a bit. I think in this list it can get away with running it. It's not every list that can fit in utility planeswalkers, sadly. But here it makes a lot of sense to me. I don't know how you feel. Are there any other planeswalkers that are coming to mind that would be of benefit for this list? I mean, we're going to have a huge body online, so I feel like we can protect it till combo turn, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I will say people are incentivized to attack where they can because if they're tapped out, they can't block, and then they can get around the Holy Moly combo like that. But to be fair, we fixed that by
Ooh.
keeping the Holy Moly untapped and forcing people to not attack into us.
Right, and then you just fetch your Forbidden Orchard. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah. On that note, do we even use Sylvan Scrying to just ensure we get?
Yeah,
I feel like our lands
because
are.
Guy's Cradle or Maze of Ith are really good hits. We can also hit Yavimaya if we want to do Yavimaya stuff, because then we can do Arbor Elf with Guy's Cradle. But yeah, it finds Maze of Ith and it finds Guy's Cradle, which are the two most important things for us.
Definitely Minx and Boo. Minx and Boo in the 99.
I
Feelings
mean,
on
it's
that?
a draw 8, but I'm not a big fan.
I want to. Yeah, I feel like it's great as its own commander. Let me put it off to the side for now. I don't hate the idea of it. Not to shoot you down, Grizzly. Although I hate bears.
Archdruid's Charm is another good one. That's a good new one because it'll find our creatures or it'll find our combo lands.
From MKM, right?
Yep.
Sorry, let's look this up because this is relatively new. Well,
And I would recommend the Spore thing, but we don't have any way of getting things into our graveyard, so it's not good for this deck.
Grizzly MTG says all Gruul decks should be playing Minx and Boo. Let me know if you guys agree with that statement. It's interesting.
Hard
If you guys
disagree.
forget what Minx and Boo is, I'll just leave it on the screen as we talk shop here. But it's its own popular Gruul commander as well. So you've probably seen it that way, less so in the 99. But all right, where are we with the deck right now?
We're at the point where we need to add our tutors. Oh,
Right,
and
so
before anything else, there's a card you brought up like before the stream, Patrick, that is good, and it's Illicid.
Yeah. Well, so this is something that was suggested. What was it called again?
It's Tantalizing Illicid.
It'll
It's
pop up. There's only so many.
Yeah.
Tempting.
Tempting. There we go. And it was
Is
a
there
T,
not an
and then
aura
it
that
was-
does this? Okay. So this was something
there's
that.
lore. There's lore, but the Illicid is the best because you can tutor it.
So Tempting Licit is 2 generic and a green. And if someone suggested this, by the way, thank you if I missed it. But Tempting Licit loses this ability and becomes an aura enchantment with enchant creature. Attach it to target creature. You may pay green to end this effect. Right, so it would just become Licit again. All creatures able to block this enchanted creature do so. Yes, you're looking at 4 CMC total, but that is less
Still
than
cheaper than 7.
exactly. And
Lure
with
is the
Guy's
other one.
Cradle, we're fine with it. Lure is the other one. So you want to run Tempting Licit? You think it's worth it?
I'd want both. I would want both because it reduces the cost of the combo significantly. It's why run a ritual when you can run 3 mana, get 7 mana.
And Lure reads for 3 CMC total. Enchant creature, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so.
Yep.
Like Will was saying, we can't find this. I don't know if there's any transmutes in this color.
Only
No.
blue. Only blue and black.
And then white has the enchantment tutors. I'm not sure there's Gamble, obviously, and I think Mateus suggested Gamble. We just haven't gotten to tutors yet, but obviously I think we want to run Gamble. Finale of Dips, thank you. Court of Calling, Green says, I'll add them now. Some of these are fairly obvious includes. Nibiru, sup? Sup, Robo
Yeah.
Will. You sound
Yeah,
robotic right now? You don't sound robotic to me. I don't know if he sounds like a robot, let me know. He might be using a robot filter for you guys. I don't know. Do y'all want Dryad Arbor? Every time I see Green Sun Zenith, I think Dryad Arbor. So we'll do it. Worldly Tutor. Obvi. Summoner's Pact, I'm going to put on the sideline. I'm not a huge fan of Summoner's Pact. And none of our creatures really win on the spot, I would say.
Or Frog. Spore Frog is the only one. But
Let's hold. Invasion of Ikoria. Thank you. You actually said Invasion of Ikoria. Thank you.
yeah.
Sorry, just catching up with all of the ongoing chat. Obviously, please feel free to let us know any potential includes that you guys have for the list that you would like to see us include in this version. We very clearly would like to incorporate any of the good ideas and shit can the bad ones, okay? I'm sorry. Was that rude? I'm just joking. Where's Seedborn Muse? Where's Seedborn Muse? Will, where's Seedborn
nowhere
Muse?
because it's mid.
Okay, just confirming. I just want to make sure.
It's funny because the very next comment is, yeah, Seedborn Muse is an automatic include based off the fact that it is mid.
Hey, struggling chef. Happy Friday, man. Are you at the restaurant right now? I hope you're not working this Friday and you get to relax. Cheers to you. Cheers to anyone working and watching this. I'm so glad that this is what you elected to do. And hopefully we make an amazing deck after this. But cheers to you guys.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going to say yes to Manglehorn because we do need some form of removal. I don't know if it sticks. What is the bug? The bug from Brothers War?
Haywire Might.
Haywire Might.
I have never put that card in a deck. I've always thought of putting that card in a deck. I do not know why I always remember the name of that card.
Sold. Natural Order?
Yeah, Natural Order, Natural State. I think we can do a braid. But
Natural Order is the tutor, though. Do we want Natural Order?
Natural Order. No. We don't want Natural Order. Natural State, Nature's Claim for removal. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
I put Nat Order in there, but I'm like, what is the green creature we're hauling out of our list? Nothing immediately comes to mind, but it's not a bad card.
Weird
idea.
Karn
the Great Creator. Karn the Cankerbloom.
Really quick. Do we put in Selvala? Because Selvala makes 8 mana, which is pretty much an auto activation.
So play Selvala, then cast our commander, draw a card. Fuck. Okay, so we've got Cankerbloom and we've got Haywire Might. This doesn't mean we can't run both. Wait, is that? Sorry. Haywire Might is 1 generic, and then Haywire Might dies, you gain 2 life, and you can sacrifice it to exile non-creature artifact, non-creature enchantment. Why this is valuable is the One Ring is so prevalent. So that's why I suggest Haywire Might, and that's why I really like this card. I just haven't had a deck. I haven't made a green deck in so long. I blank on this card all the time, Will, but it's so good. Like, I would 100% tutor this up to remove the freaking One Ring off of anyone's board at any instance. Please, this is underused tech. If I were going to make a top 10 not used cards in Commander video, maybe we should do a short on this, Will. We should just do a short of all the cards you should be including for like modern threats. This is one of them. This is a really good one.
I feel like we should have an underlying joke where it's just like, oh yeah, this is a card. It also gets rid of the One Ring. Oh, here's another card. Yeah. It also gets rid of the One Ring.
And by the way, Cankerbloom's a good suggestion as well. I think we'll stick with 1, and I'm happy to do, because it used to be Caustic Caterpillar was like the go-to. I think Haywire Might's just better right now. And speaking of the One Ring, do we want the One Ring in our list? And by the way, guys, I'm gonna end this poll. And I want to ask a new question in the poll. So 56% of you say that you're down to play some Commander. So we'll try to get that going after this. And obviously, as soon as we're done, I'll let you guys know. I actually have a game going right now. You can't tell, but it's right here. Oh, shit. No. Here, I'll rejoin it just to keep it going, Will. But we'll get that set up in a few. Endurance.
Endurance is another good one.
Yeah. Endurance is a good one for this list. Caustic Caterpillar, I'm sorry, you even suggested that. And Force of Vigor as well. I think that we can include Force of Vigor here. We might not have anything better to do, but that might get shit canned, who knows. Toski will mill you if you go infinite. Does Toski technically mill?
Toski doesn't draw if you don't deal damage, which is Fog.
Well, right, both him and the Serpent, right? Is that how they read?
They're on Connect.
Whenever you deal common damage to a player.
Yeah.
So if it's a single-sided Fog, we can. But at that point, we'll get our own removal and...
We'll kill it ourselves. We have Elvish Spirit Guide and the Simian Spirit Guide.
I'm sorry, am I hearing we want Toski?
I don't know.
Oh wait. My poll. Please let me know. Minx and Boo. Every Gruul deck? So again, if you've been following, if you're playing Gruul, do you put Minx and Boo in every Gruul deck? Will, don't taint them.
I won't.
you did speak your mind though. Fury of the Horde if we have red spells. We will have red spells like REB.
That's a good one. Tybalt's Trickery is another good one. Also, Veil of Summer isn't red, but it is good interaction on the stack.
Tybalt's Trickery, Veil of Summer. I'm going to leave out Autumn Veil for now. Pyro, Blast. Am I lying to you? I'm going to leave out Autumn Veil for now. You know what's weird? I honestly feel like... Is this the deck for Seed Muse?
No, we do not run Seedborn Muse in this deck.
No. I'm sorry, not that. No. The one that gives you an extra turn if a blue spell was cast this turn. Muse time. Muse?
No, it's Seed something. I played this
Seed time? Seed time? Seed time! Cast this spell only during your turn. Take an extra turn after this one if an opponent casts a blue spell this turn.
Yeah.
Is this a deck for Seed time?
No. So the one deck I played Seed time in was a Thrasios Casket Rust deck because instant speed extra turns are good if you're trying to win with the Necropotence.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually want Guttural Response for this list because it will be instant speed interaction that cans our fog effect. Right? Whether it be a crop rotation to find or Maze of Ith or something like that. So I feel like Guttural Response will be good for shutting that shit down. I also want to use Zoyoa's. How do you spell it? Zoyoa's Justice. Zoyoa's Justice is the shit, people. Sorry, I want to keep talking about this card.
Zaywawo.
Oh, I'm gonna let you read it. If you don't know what Zoyoa's Justice does,
sorry, it's
Zoyowa.
My bad. But
I'm sorry. You're right about deflecting SWAT, and we need to add deflecting SWAT.
True. Yeah.
Bulk Bend.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And Ricochet Trap. We'll add it for now. Ricochet Trap is another redirect. If someone cast a blue spell. Those are the only redirects I would want to include, potentially. But that's like as good as a counter as we'll get, sadly. So, thank you, Gabe, for Seed Time. Allosaurus Shepherd, Will.
Yeah, most of our deck is green. We get away with that.
Do you want both Allo Shepherd and Destiny Spinner?
No, I don't think we need Destiny Spinner. Destiny Spinner is strictly better, but... actually, no. Allosaurus Shepherd is strictly better because Allosaurus Shepherd hits all of our tutors as well. Destiny Spinner is... It's good in a lot of instances. I'd say it's better than Allosaurus Shepherd in a lot of instances. This isn't one of them.
So you're only allowed to use Final Fortune if you have the foil 7th edition, by the way. That's a new rule. I didn't make it, but that is technically a new rule. However, instant speed, take an extra turn after this one. You are essentially resetting the turn order, right? Yeah. By dying.
I think it's also good because it's 2 mana, give all of your stuff haste. More or less.
Damn good. Svat. Bulk Bend, is there another option? Other than Ricochet Trap, I'd say no. Nibiru, we added the Dockside, Allosaurus Shepherd, and Destiny Spinner, says Trans Demon. I don't know. Oh, Fork is my favorite shit. Jeffrey Williamson, by the way. Yes, I'm going to say Fork.
And Reverberate? Do we double up on Fork?
Well, I'm sorry. So we're actually missing like a Jessica's Will too, and the Red Rituals. But I added Reverberate. I don't know that we run both or either, honestly. I feel like we've got a lot. I feel like we might be hurting for space in a second, but we'll soon find out.
I will say so far Tapped Out says this deck is 100% competitive.
Shut up. Of course it is. I knew that. But I knew that. Mateus Meltdown, 100%. Yes, best card in Magic the Gathering. Viridian Revel, just for Will. Do you not remember this one? Do you not remember this one? the little draw engine that could?
Hold up.
What's the other Jessica's Will? The green one? I don't know. Green always gets shafted. Is the green one good? Will, it's not.
Oh yeah, Viridian Revel is the whenever an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw a card. What were you saying though?
What is the opposite of Jessica's Will? What is the green Jessica's Will?
Oh, it starts with a Y, I think, but it's very mediocre. It animates all lands that you control as 1/1s with a bunch of keywords, and then you can have any number of your creatures fight target creature.
I like how Will says it starts with a Y. And
Does it start with Y?
He meant to say WHY. Why? Why would you use this? Is what he means. What does this deck do? Nibru says. Don't worry, we'll show you. I'll show you live, potentially.
Oh, actually, sorry, it's Kamal's Will. It starts with a K. My bad.
Kamal's Will? Yeah, we don't need that. It's
not worth it. It's 4 mana for a fight effect. It's an instant, but...
Oh shit, that changes everything, bro.
No, it doesn't. There's 2 mana fight effects. Pick any of them.
Alright. No, isn't there a new red one that's similar, just isn't as efficient as Jessica's Will? Oh, I'm sorry. Gabe is suggesting a separate if you have your commander red card?
Hold up.
I feel like we need more pingers. I don't disagree with you. I think that we're low right now. So let's look at our creatures that actually win the game. Will, can you refresh everyone's memory on the strat of the deck? The main play lines. So we're 93 cards. We can add more pingers. Go for it.
So if you're new to the deck or you just hopped into the stream, the way that Anzrag, or as I like to call him, Holy Moly, works is that whenever he becomes blocked, you take an extra combat and untap all of your things. You can also pay 7 to make it so that he has to be blocked every single combat if able. So the way that you go infinite is by getting an indestructible creature on your opponent's side, an indestructible Holy Moly, and then keep attacking over and over and over again. That's hard to do. However, if you have fog effects, no combat damage is done, therefore Holy Moly and your opponent's creatures all survive, and then you can attack again and again and again and again and again, giving you infinite untaps. With infinite untaps, you can win with pretty much anything because you have infinite mana and infinite ping effects. Or, alternatively, you can go for Maze of Ith or Elvish Scout to just fog Anzrag, and then whenever you attack, you prevent all damage your Holy Moly does, and all damage that Holy Moly would take, meaning all of your other creatures can still get in and beat the crap out of people.
Sorry, and the cards he's referring to, you mean Maze of Ith? Where is it? Untapped target creature, criminal coming down to be dealt to that creature, dealt to and by that creature this turn. So everything else, it's like a single-sided fog. Same with the Elvish Scout.
Yep.
Okay, are those the only creatures that do that, though? Let me see here. And then Spore Frog, sacrifices, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Wow, I didn't realize there's this sick-ass version of it.
There's the alternate art for it. Yeah, I think it was enough Frog Secret Lair.
And then Tempting Listed does it, Lore does it. Okay. Triumph of the Hordes.
Oh yeah, it was the
I think I looked at...
It's the League of Legends Secret Lair. Because that's the it's Gromp. It's Gromp.
Triumph of the Hordes, people. You want to do Trample Infect? Not on my watch. No, we can do Triumph of the Hordes, maybe. Wait, how are we missing Command Tower? Well,
Command Tower. I think. Oh, I thought we recommended. Command Tower.
No. You guys, everyone's using. Yeah. You're using Tarnished Citadel these days. Trust me. You want to.
Also, the reason why not Triumph of the Horde is Trample and Infect don't do anything if Fog is in play because Fog reduces the combat damage to 0, so therefore the combat damage that would infect the players would make 0 poison counters. So Triumph of the Horde does not get there.
So, thoughts on Druid's Repository? I like it a lot. Struggling Chef, we're actually going to incorporate it. I think it's in the list right now. I do want to add Rite of Flame. I want to add Pyretic Ritual. I want to add Desperate Ritual. I want to add Manamorphose. Maybe? Manamorphose is... It's like just a neutral card, but it basically filters color for you, which can be useful for the double red effects we have. Like if we need the double red effects. It also cantrips. So it replaces itself and it filters. It's literally a neutral card. Nothing really happens when it goes off except you change colors. In Gruul specifically, I like it as a utility. I think one of the only things we're not incorporating that I really like as a utility is Noxious Revival. Any other one-ofs or utilities that you think this list needs? Obviously, we were discussing including more pingers, looters in the list to help you conclude a game. Do we have enough of those?
So, a couple options that we have. One, we have a Glinthorn Buccaneer, which is just nice, but I think isn't the best option that we can go for. We also have Conspiracy Theorist, which Conspiracy Theorist lets us not just loot our whole deck, but draw our whole deck as long as we have a dork. And that's through a fog effect.
Mm-hmm.
Hanger Scrounger, we already talked about Hanger Scrounger. It's just another looter for the deck just to be safe. Dismissive Pyromancer is a looting option as long as we have a dork. And then Territorial Kavu is a Gruul creature, meaning that we can tutor it off of Green Sun Zenith, and it's also just when it attacks loot. Good enough. I think it also has when it attacks do something else.
Like which one is this?
Territorial Kavu.
I don't think we have this in the list.
We do not yet. I'm given options. But yeah, whenever it attacks... So first, stats equal to the number of land types you control, or different land types you control. When it attacks, you can discard a card, then draw a card, or you can exile target card from a graveyard. So Grave Hate and also looting, or rummaging, to be more accurate.
I like Territorial Kavu.
We can run it, yeah.
It's not horrible.
Yeah. And then,
the Hangerback Scrounger, we have the combo in there, the 1-2 combo for it, but I'm not really sure what are we looting for specifically? We're looking for we're not on Underworld Breach right now. I feel like there are better. Those are creature. Gruul can look up creatures really easily, and we have a two creature card combo that does it outside of just the infinite combats. So technically, it's not bad. Do you want to use UB?
Underworld Breach is the cleanest way that you can go for the Scrounger with Seeker of Skybreak, because you just kind of find Underworld Breach with your entire deck in your graveyard, and then win with whatever.
So
I don't think we don't go for a Lion's Eye Diamond, though. We don't do that.
Doesn't it give extra combat or kill a player? Which one? Goblin Snowman? I don't believe so. What about Goblin Welder as tech to shut off the One Ring? I don't think it does. Let me read Goblin Welder again specifically.
Goblin Welder is reanimate a artifact, and then in an opponent's grave or in a player's graveyard, then they sacrifice an artifact, and it's you choose the targets for it. You choose what gets reanimated. Right. You choose what gets sacked. So you can just go, swap out that One Ring for that Lotus Petal or Jeweled Lotus.
I mean, it could be good for us too late game. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's interesting tech.
There were other pingers that I had listed somewhere.
We've gone Thermo Alchemist, Goblin Fireslinger, Sparksmith, Spear Spewer, Chandra's Magmut.
Chandra's Magmut is one of the better ones, if I remember correctly, because it's just a 1-mana thing that when it attacks, it pings the defending player.
Oh, sir, it's 2 mana.
Oh, then it's not the thing I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
a Scorch Spitter. Scorch Spitter is
Scorch.
better. Scorch Spitter is the
Scorch.
best boy, even though he's a
Scorch
lizard.
Spitter. Scorch Spitter attacks, deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker it's attacking. Core
If you fog,
2020.
well, yeah, but that's 1 mana. It's better than Chandra's Magmut.
Is there
We
a
can also,
green one? Is there a green one we can find because we have more tutors for green things?
yeah. So for green, we have the frickin' what's it called, Zatar Shaman or whatever. We already have that, and we have the Kavu. So those are the 2 best options. But
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna. Sorry.
alternatively, we have a Goblin Sharpshooter and Yisan if we really want, because infinite untaps on Yisan can do really good things.
This is true. But did you hear about Goblin Snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
A Goblin Snowman. Whenever Goblin Snowman blocks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it, to and by it this turn. Right? So it's a reverse Anzrag. And then it has deals 1 damage to target creature it's blocking. Sadly, this does not work the way we want it to, but I appreciate this.
So it doesn't have to be a snowman.
No, nope, not a good call. All right, let's look at the list. Let's see where it's at. See if there's enough going on. Oh my God, Command Tower Noxious Revival. Come on, tap, don't fail me now. Save and continue. We have 101 cards. Let's fix this. I don't think this is like in the perfect space right now. Okay, you can't see. Can you not see that? You can't see that. That's fine. You don't need to see that. You can make that out, right? Okay, so Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring, the One Ring. Do these sound good to you, Will?
The One Ring is the only one that I'm a little bit iffy about, but everything else sounds fine.
All right, Will doesn't like draw. You heard it here first. Invasion of Ikoria. Got Invasion of Ikoria. How about that? Is that what your whistle? Okay.
Yeah, because we get the what is it? We get the flip side, which makes it so all of our stuff is functionally unblockable.
Right, exactly. We've got Aloe Shepherd, Bop, Delighted Halfling, Elvish Mystic, Elvish Reclaimer, Elvish Scout, Elvish Fiendhorn Elves, Elvish Haywire Might, Llanowar Elves, Gromp, which is the frog, Tinderwall, Dawn Strider, who I've never actually read, so tap it, discard a card from your hand, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. So it is a fog on a creature. Oh shit, it's Merc Mask, people. So we can get a really amazing foil of this. Duly noted. Dockside Extortionist, Loyal Apprentice I'm going to take out. We've got an old language version of our Seeker of Skybreak, which we're going to fix. We're going to go for a 7th edition foil, because, you know, we just casually play those. How do I add foil? There we go. Foil. 7th edition foil, Seeker of Skybreak. It only untaps a creature, but that's actually quite useful for us, I think. Is there a Seeker of Skybreak combo outside of Hanger Scrounger?
Unctus.
And then Zerta Druid, right?
Kind of. Zerta Druid is just a dork that ends the game.
The One Ring with no Muse makes less sense. It's still draw people.
Yeah, it's still
it doesn't need
pretty good.
I don't know. It doesn't need help. I don't think it needs help.
If it's on the board for 2 turns, it's 4 mana, draw 3, which is bad but acceptable. If it sticks around for 1 more turn, it's 4 mana, draw 6, which is insane.
Isn't there just a better Skoos right now? What color is the new Skoos in?
There's the white one, but then there's also the Dino one, and then there's Agatha Soul Cauldron.
All right, so we don't have any pingers outside of Zerta Druid. We have looters, however, with Hanger Scrounger.
We have the Territorial Kavu.
Oh,
sorry, no, that's a looter. It's not a pinger. You're right.
So we're really pulling for a solution, which would be UB, I guess. So yeah. We're using Rhythm of the Wild. Creature spells you cast can't be countered. We're using Lure, Druid's Repository, Sylvan Library, Underworld Breach, Carpet of Flowers, Utopia Sprawl, Wild Growth. I want to say we don't... How are we concluding the game here, simply? Like, the Underworld Breach doesn't have, like, a Grape Shot or a Fishbowl to go alongside it, and we're not really casting spells to get there. We're just looting. So we'll have a fresh graveyard to play with, but what are we looping or killing our opponents with outside of Zerta?
Theoretically, we could just go for the Final Fortune and then do it again after setting up exactly what we need with Zerta Druid.
Yeah, it's a little convoluted, but...
Yeah. Alternatively, we could go for... we could add a couple more pingers, which we have a couple options, but there's no real good green ones outside of the ones that we already added. But there's blistering, or there's blister, spit or gremlin, goblin fire slinger, and then scorch spitter are 3 1-drops that each ping.
Do they need to be 1-drops? Do you just not like Thermo Alchemist, Will?
They don't need to be 1-drops. The only reason why I'm recommending 1-drops is because they're easier to play out early, and then we can just kind of set it and forget it.
I guess, but they also die that much easier.
Yeah, I mean, we can go for alternative options. We can also go for Goblin Sharpshooter if we really want.
Well, we could... I don't really want to.
But we don't need to worry about pingers or rummagers too much, because the main lines that we're going for are the Elvish Scout and Mazavith, because we just need enough creatures and then we win the game off of them.
Attacking. But this is presuming we have attacks, right? Valid attacks. We would use our commander, though, to kill the things that... Well, that's not even true, because we can't.
Yeah, our commander will eat up one of the blockers always, so if an opponent only has one thing, we get through. If our opponent has 2 things, then we just need our thing to be bigger than their biggest thing. Or just to have a little bit of evasion.
I'm sorry. Radha, heir of Keld. Radha, anyone? Matthias says, Radha, heir of Keld for easier infinites. So this is like just mana generation?
So as long as it's your turn, Radha's first strike, you may look at the top card of your library at any
not that
time.
one.
And you
not that one.
Heir of Keld. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, yeah.
I don't mind Keen Sense, by the way, Nuada. You don't like... It's an elf, though.
So
aren't you on Priest of Titania?
With Radha, Heir of Keld, what you can do is you can move to combat, declare attackers, and then you can pay into Holy Moly before blockers are declared to force the blocks. So, yeah, Radha is 2 mana for Holy Moly activation.
Part of the activation here, yeah. Do we use anything to reduce the activated costs? We don't have access to Zerta or anything.
No, the Agatha is the best option.
Oh, just to make... Yeah.
By 1.
Okay, can we add in a separate combo that doesn't rely on the combat shenanigans?
Well, that's what the Seeker of Skybreak and the Hanger Scrounger
I think that's
are for.
good enough. I think it's too slow. It's too slow for me.
Search 2 creatures to win the game. Like, we can't tutor for Twin Flame that easily. For dual cast for Twin Flame.
No, we can't. Okay, so let's just stick with looters. Let's just say that we use looters and the cheaper ones. I would, I think, more happily use the looters into a UB line than I would Seeker of Skybreak just doesn't have utility outside of that combo line, in my opinion. Like untapping a creature. It needs to be a creature, right?
Yeah, but not all, but a lot of our creatures have tap do a thing.
It's just not good enough, Will. It's not worth spending the $75 on that 7th edition foil. Kiki combo? Is that what you want? Neheb Dreadhorde Champion for infinite combats? I mean, are we doing infinite combats with Neheb? We could technically
Don't
get
need
there.
to. We really
No.
don't need to.
The pingers kill creatures with triumph if need be through wither effect. Horde.
Well, with Wither says your creatures deal damage with
Poison.
-1/-1 counters. So combat damage would still be prevented. Ping effects would still deal damage through the fog effect. So you don't really need Wither.
Oh man, well, I don't know. Do we? Okay, what are our looters? What are our looter effects?
So our looters.
I kind of want to add anger. I want to add anger. Just have it there to go to the graveyard, and then like use our looters, and then just set up bodies that can kill people potentially.
Yes, Hanger, Scrounger, and Territorial Kavu.
Is that it?
I'm checking right now. I think that's it.
Hold up! No way! No! I don't believe you. You're not my real dad.
I'm trying, Patrick.
If you'll just accept me like your mother did. Whenever you cast a creature, hold on. Oh, you want to attack, right? Whenever tap. No. Let's just leave it open ended. Let's leave it open ended, folks. Sacrifice this creature, draw a card. Nah. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, is the mole god a samurai or warrior? No. I don't think so.
We can do Glinthorn or we can do Glinthorn as a looter / a pinger.
You don't sound too happy about that.
It's 3 mana. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it will work. And
so is Scrounger. I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Scrounger, we get another combo.
But Glinthorn, man. Live that dream.
We can go for Glinthorn if you want to go for Glinthorn. If you want to do it over Scrounger, we can. It's just that I like having a backup combo, like you were saying.
But one is rare and one is common, Will, so one is clearly better.
Yeah, but common you can win with more disrespect.
Here's my thing. The Radha combos with Glinthorn to let you draw. Activate this building only if Glinthorn is attacking. So it is a loot.
The thing is that you can do Glinthorn with any dork. Because you don't need to attack with your dorks. They just need to exist to get untapped infinitely with Holy Moly. We theoretically don't need a tap to ping effect. We can go for any pay to ping effect. Any pay effect will win us the game. Any tap effect will win us the game.
Any pay to ping effect. What's also interesting is like a wild growth on need to be Utopia Sprawl. Is it basic forest on Utopia Sprawl?
No, just forest.
Okay, so Dryad Arbor with Utopia Sprawl / Glinthorn Buccaneer works.
Well, I mean, like, you can just do Dryad Arbor plus, like, any dork that taps for green. Birds of Paradise. There you go. Dryad Arbor, Birds of Paradise. Gets you there.
Alright, well, we need to cut some cards. New plan. Slightly new plan. What's Agatha's Soul Cauldron hitting? I think I just heard my door. I'm expecting it. We'll entertain them for a second. Try. I'll be right back. Thing.
So can anybody think of any good pingers that we can add in to try to kind of fill out our win cons, or any pay effect that can win the game? Like, if we have pay target player mills 1 or exile the top card of a player's library, that works. If anybody can think of something like that, that would be quite useful. Outside of what we already have, because I've looked into this for a friend, Yisan is the best one, but Yisan just finds outlets. He isn't an outlet himself.
Sabretooth. Savallet's Sabretooth.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, but I mean, once you have infinite mana, you can just keep recasting them all. Draw a deck. Humble Defector, Kiki, Mole, Fog. I know he's a big dummy, but Cloth gets there with Mole God, yes? Will, I heard you asking them questions, probing them for answers, and I appreciate it. He is a big dumb creature. He's a really cool looking creature, though, and a mythic rare. And we all understand the rarity system, right?
Yeah.
It's technically a better card, Will. Let's find out.
No, the higher the rarity, the more try hard. The more try hard, the worse the card.
What's the Gruul dragon that just generates a shit ton of the mana necessary?
When it attacks,
It's not a good include, but you know what I'm talking about.
Selvala Hellkite? Or like Shavara Hellkite? Something like
Something
that?
Hellkite. Shivan Hellkite? No. Pyromancer something. Helix Pinnacle. Get out of here. Final Fortune Helix Pinnacle. Dude, win like a boss.
We could theoretically do that.
Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that, Will. Well, look, what other bouncers do we have? Because we could make infinite mana with this dockside. Like, it's not insane. Okay, let's focus on this. We need to cut...
Savage Ventmaw. Savage Ventmaw is the dragon that you're thinking of.
Sorry, so I didn't want to disrespect your dragon, but I'm going to see your cloth. I'm going to raise you a Savage Ventmaw. Savage Ventmaw is a little less, but will generate... Oh, it's one shy. Never mind. Whatever. And your dragon has haste. Maybe your dragon's better. Your dragon's better.
Also,
Savage
that
Ventmaw,
dragon has any combination of colors and, like... What is it? It's equal to the power of your attacking creatures, which for Holy Moly is always at least 8.
And you don't lose the mana? Isn't there like a gold span dragon? Gold winged dragon? Gold span dragon? There's another one that does something similar. Gold span dragon. Flying haste. Whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token. Treasure tokens you control have tapped to add 2 mana. Kind of gross. It's kind of expensive. Is $20 for this card? People are on Goldspan Dragon? Good for you guys. Grand
right.
Warlord Radha.
So, Patrick.
I'm listening.
If we have Noxious Revival in the deck, we can do Noxious Revival Shigeki with one of our Rummagers to get everything from our graveyard into our hand infinitely, and just do infinite recursion.
Will, stop trying to make fetch a thing. What is this? Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
Just Shigeki. Right. As long as we have an instant or sorcery or anything that goes into the graveyard that's an outlet, we can win the game.
Alright, guys. Do we Shigeki?
Do we have, like, a lightning bolt? We do not have a lightning bolt, it doesn't look like.
No, I'm sorry. Who's using lightning bolt these days?
We got Meltdown and Shatter Skull. Smashing doesn't go face.
This is modern Magic, Will. We don't need lightning bolt.
I think we've got to see the options we have to try to win.
Are we making infinite mana? Valakut Invoker?
We are technically making infinite mana, and the reason why is because every combat we untap all of our creatures with infinite combats. So we do technically have infinite mana. And
over the course of several combats.
And the thing is that we can generate double the mana that we have on board at most for combat. So if we have 2 dorks, we have 4 mana to play with. Because we can float mana in response to the Holy Moly trigger. Then untap those dorks and tap them again. And then float 2 more mana. So it's 2 makes 4. So if we have 4 dorks, we get 8 mana for the Invoker. Sadly, it's not an easy infinite mana, so no, we technically don't have infinite mana. But also, yes.
Alright, Will, let's cut some cards. We need to cut 4 cards from this list. I'm going to start with sorceries. Jessica's Will, Finale of Devastation, Shatter Skull Smashing, Sylvan Scrying, Meltdown, Rite of Flame, Green Sun Zenith, Gamble. Do those all sound good to you?
We can potentially cut either Shatter Skull or Meltdown, but the rest is fine. And I'm not, like, hyped about removing those, I'm just noting them as they can be removed.
I'll get rid of we've got 29 lands here. I feel confident in our land base. That's maybe where we want to stop, and maybe we even reduce that further. But
29 lands. We have 28 lands, but we also have every single dork that we can possibly think of for this deck.
Well, this is 29 with Dryad Arbor. 28 without, and then no more Shatter Skull. I took Shatter Skull out.
And then Maze of Ith. Do not forget Maze of Ith.
Yeah. If only we had Kinnan. We don't need the mana. I understand. Kinnan was really good last time, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're on to Planeswalker. Domri, is it good enough? Yes or no on the Domri?
I still think Domri is... Oh, no, Domri is the other one. I think Domri could potentially be removed because weirdly enough, we're not always playing creatures, we're playing tutors that get the creatures into play. So I think Domri could potentially be dropped, but
It's gone.
I'm not
Happened to Will.
super pushing Domri's removal.
I got rid of him because I like the ramp, but
What
you could just
you don't want to have Holy Moly just freaking mole slap something out of existence, Patrick? Come on.
no, it could go in. It could go in. I'm either or, but I want to cut something to get the ball rolling. The ring is back. The ring is always been there.
If only the ring was a creature, then it could be untapped with Holy Moly.
We could make it a creature.
No, we will not be making the ring
Let's make it a creature. Okay, so we've got Ricochet Trap, Force of Vigor. I'm gonna take Force of Vigor out.
Yeah.
I really like that card. Okay, so that was easy. We need to remove one more card, and guys, after we remove this card, if you're interested in testing Holy Moly, the definitive Anzrag, the Quake-Mole package, live with us on the show, feel free to hang around. We're going to be playing at least one game over on Spell Table. So if you guys want to participate, join the Discord, go into the Looking for Games chat. I'm going to drop a quick link to the Spell Table. I'm also going to let our Discordians know because there are a couple people that wanted to play first. So if you want to join and play with Will and myself, we have that set up. I think Will should still be on the Spell Table. I'm going to have to finagle all of that in a second. It might take a moment. But right after this, we'll get to play testing. Normally we goldfish to see how the deck performs. We're just going to see how it performs live. Good? Okay. One last card.
All right, so we need to cut one more
tempted by
card.
the ring. 100%. Always.
Also, I'm gonna set out a feeler to see who is up to game. So, because if we can get 3 people who want to play, all hop out so that we don't have any favoritism towards Holy Moly in the pod, and also so I don't have to mess around with my webcam.
Do you mind pulling them into the private chat this go around?
Sure, I can do
we'll
that.
Just go to like the F&M table. Curse of Bounty. Whenever enchanted player untap all non-land permanents you control, each opponent attacking that player untaps all non-land permanents.
Now, wait.
Do we need Curse of Bounty?
Do we need Curse of Opulence?
Is this in our colors? Is this red?
Yes, it is.
Whenever enchanted creature is attacked, create a gold token. Each opponent attacking that creature does the same. Sacrifice gold, create one.
So we enchant an opponent, as long as we're hitting them in the fog, we keep making more and more treasures, so we just make infinite treasures.
Infinite gold, sir. This is better.
Infinite gold. I forgot that that's before they started doing treasures as a thing.
Yeah, remember King Makar? Do you guys remember King Makar? Don't worry about it.
I miss him and his vehicle deck called Where's Makar?
Dude, where's Makar?
Yeah.
So guys, don't worry about that though. Gold, it's the better treasure. Let's just say it. It's better.
So
it's gold.
We could run that if we really want to, because it's just declare attacks.
Well, so either curse though. Do we care for either curse?
I like Opulence more, because honestly, this is the one deck that probably wants Opulence. But I'm looking to see if we have any good
I'm going to add it really quick. Academic Dispute. Thank you guys for all these suggestions. I do want to share a few words on the deck before we play, but target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn, and you can learn, which is to pull a lesson card from outside of your deck. Well, we're not too worried about that. Gold. Yes, gold. I like Curse of Opulence quite a bit. I think that Druid's Repository is just better.
Most of the time, yeah. But,
I know you want it though, Will. I'm gonna put it on the sideboard for now.
Druid's Repository is like, it's 3 mana, and Curse of Opulence helps your opponents too. So there's like definitely give and take to it. Both are fine though. Both are fine.
Guild Artisan. Are we doing Guild Artisan shenanigans? Larg. What did I do? Larg. The Raise Boar. Is it 2 L's? Oh shit, no, I added. It's Larg like that. Yarg? Yarg. Yarg, the raise boar attacks. You may put a creature card from your hand on the battlefield. It's tapped and attacking. Return that creature to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Yarg dies. Put it into exile. I'm good on the raise boar.
Yeah, we don't need the raise boar. Also, really quickly, for anybody who wants to join in to play the games, I sent a feeler out on the Discord. Respond to that, and then I'll try to get you into the FNM table, and you can join in to help Patrick test out the deck live.
Did you put the spell table link in there already?
I did not. I'm gonna set up feelers first, move people to the FNM table, and then we can do the spell table after.
Seems good. Oh, well, we'll have to cut Will's cam, sadly, for this.
Yeah. Oh, no,
I'll
probably be hopping out after we set up the gameplay stream, but I'll be around until then.
Okay. You don't lose this mana. I don't really mind Grand Warlord to Radha. She is a little costly, though.
4 mana is the only major downside there, yeah.
I mean, it's fine. We're probably going to try to put our commander out before that, maybe? I'm sorry, we're going to take out Seeker of Skybreak. Don't hate me, Will.
You're fine. As long as you set up another backup combo, it should be fine.
Oh, well.
Or add more pingers.
I have no backup. There are no lines.
We're just gonna pray to the mole.
Pray to the mole gods.
Yeah.
Pray to the mole gods. Because all of these are triggers. Like, Agatha's Soul Cauldron's really not doing too much for us. Yeah, Agatha's Soul Cauldron's not doing much for us at all, is it? Ooh, that's no good. What is Agatha's hitting?
An opponent's thing, or a dork or something, or a pinger. Except, unfortunately, our only pinger is a triggered ability, yeah.
Oh. Do we need the anger?
We don't need the anger, but, anger could be nice.
Okay, so normally I would put like a grinding station in here for this Underworld Breach. And like have one of these rocks. I'm sorry, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a grinding station in here. I'll put a grinding station and our goblin welder. The other goblin. Engineer.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. It doesn't have haste either. Do we want boots in this list?
Lightning Greaves could be fine. I think we could probably get away with Lightning Greaves.
Let's do that instead. We're gonna do Greaves, Engineer, and Grinding Station. Call me crazy. I know people. Well, we don't. What's the other mill strategy in these colors?
Well,
I just want to support the Underworld Breach better. That's all.
Hold up, I want to check to make sure that. No, I know how that works. Actually, that's not going to work the way that I would hope.
It's saying that Archdruid's Charm is a 2 CMC spell here. I wish.
Well, it is not.
What are we trying to find with that again? What's the biggest hit? Search your library for a creature or land, reveal it.
Creature or land. So it's Maze of Ith or any of our creatures. Or Guy's Cradle.
You don't want to exile target artifact or enchantment?
That's also in there to hit the One Ring, but...
Okay, that's it. Goblin Engineer. No Twin Flame in the list for Celebrant? Nah, no Celebrant either. Well, did you get any hits on there?
Yeah, so we already have one person in the FNM chat, but no one else has hopped into any of the tables yet. So once again, if you guys want to help us test out this deck, go onto the Discord, hop into any of the tables, and I will move you to the FNM table. So far we have one person who's in, one person who's a maybe. Anybody else who wants to hop in?
Did you add wizards?
Yeah, I added wizards. I added
Goblin
all
Engineer,
the boys.
Grinding Station. What did I say? Grinding Station, Goblin Engineer, and what?
I don't know.
For the self-mill package, wait. Does these two feel...
Underworld Breach and any artifact, any zero-cost artifact.
No, there's one more. Altar of the Brood. No, not that. Toy Maker. No, not that.
There we go. That's number 2. We got a second person.
Sadly, no. Stop. Wait, no. I literally just said it. I said 3 cards that should be in this list if we're going to support... I said Grape Shot? What? Ether Flux Reservoir?
Give me a second. I'll quickly rewatch the VOD and hear what you said.
Oh god, that would be amazing. And then we're going to start. How about that? I'm going to wait for Will. This is mission critical. Guys, we're on the cusp of creating the best mole god list in Commander. The only mole god list. But that doesn't take away from the accomplishment. Don't think that for a second. LED, no, not LED. Although I understand the desire. Vithian Stinger, that's not what I said. That's what it sounded like. Greaves, Lightning Greaves, you beautiful person, you. Will, we got it, Will, Lightning Greaves.
Okay, glad to hear,
But that means we can't target the thing that's grieved. You need to move the Greaves around, just be wary.
We're fine, Greaves were meant for dancing.
Greaves were meant for dancing, and that's just what they'll do. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I am going to take off Will's face cam. You don't get to see Will anymore. No more Will. I'm going to move over to the chat on the channel, Will, on the Discord channel.
Yep.
So I'll see you there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, I'm going to be hopping out for the games because I don't want to have to do the whole webcam dance, and it gives our audience a chance to hop in and play.
You have 3 people in there?
We got 2 people in there, but I can probably try to find another person because I know there's a couple other people on the who voted saying that they wanted to play. So hopefully we can have like
God list. Yeah, guys, so if you want to check out the Holy Moly God list, the full list is in the description. We're going to get a spell table game going here in a second for you all so you can see exactly how it plays. But I need to port over my list, and then Will, if you could just leave the spell table game for them in the chat, that would be amazing. And I will join you in the chat.
Your thing, did it get disabled, or is it still the same one?
Same one. Should be the same one. I'm in it.
There we go. There's the spell table for anybody who would like to join up.
Okay, that should be good. So, guys, if we do this and we do this, look at that. There I am. That's not the turn order. But let me just regroup in the other chat here really quickly. Yep. See you, Will. I'll see you in a second. Hey, Lav. Hey, Sad.
Whoa.
How are you guys? You know what? Audience might not hear you, or maybe they will. We're going to figure it out, though. Sad, say another word.
Hello.
There we go. Okay. So, Will might have left the spell table link. Guys, we're 3 of 4 right now for FNM night. I know Will would need to shimmy his camera over to work it into the list, or work his deck into a game. Just maybe a little too much setup for this. So guys, if you want to participate in FNM, so again, here's how this is going to work. A little PSA going into the future. So if we enjoy doing a deck tech with gameplay, let me know. If you would prefer we just do a deck tech with a little bit of gold fishing, also let me know. But if you guys enjoy the concept of brewing a list live, talking through the strategy, and then getting some gameplay, this is something we can incorporate into our Friday streams. And I think it's a fun way to explore some of the newer legendaries that are releasing, and we're going to see a whole bunch going into the future here. So if you enjoy these segments, let me know. We can definitely incorporate more of these. But so for a little trial run, this is very impromptu. It seemed like a couple of Discordians wanted to get a couple of Commander games in. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to do so with you guys. If you do want to participate, again, you can just join the Discord through the link in the description. You're going to mute spell table, and all of the audio is going to be handled over on our Discord. The audio quality is just that much better. Yeah, okay. On that note, Lav, I see you. I'm gonna flip you. I heard hello, LLG. What is the Discord name? The Discord name is LLG. It's also the 4th link in the description, and if it isn't working, let me know.
Also, it is it's LGG, not LLG.
Is that what I said? Yeah, that doesn't make
don't
any
worry
sense.
about it.
Hey, Sadweeb. Hey, Lev. Here, I'll switch back over to our FNM stream. Yeah!
So yeah, once again, for anybody who does want to join, just hop into any of the tables in looking for games, and I will move you over. I'll be the background guy for doing the live stream tech.
The man behind the chair, or whatever it is.
What is it called? The guy who pulls all the ropes and everything for plays to move the curtains and all that.
World Uologist. Feel free to join the chat over on Discord, unless you want to non-verbally communicate. That's okay too, as long as you have some sort of card or way to indicate what's up. But guys, you already know what I'm playing. We're gonna roll for turn order in a second, but this is Anzrag. I don't know if you've heard of this legendary mole god, but what it wants to do is have infinite combats, but it doesn't want to hurt anybody. It just wants to have infinite combats. And then other things are going to hurt you. There you go. That's all that is. Lav, what are you playing? If you're there.
Yeah, it looks like Lav is muted.
Oh, you know what? I think people are just chilling while we all set up.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
How about now?
Yep, you're good.
I can hear you.
Sorry, I was muted in the wrong place. Well, we'll see how good it is, but I was trying to do some abs and stacks here.
Yeah, we're not going to get this.
Talia and the Gitrog.
Let me see here. I dig that. I haven't seen Thalia and Gitrog play. That was like one of those legendary pairings from that set that I wanted to work on, but I never had the opportunity to. It just looks generically good.
I just got it together in some sleeves hour or two ago, but I've been messing around with it just privately testing for a little while now. We'll see if I know what I'm doing or not.
Gotcha. Let's see here. World Uologist.
In a no blue pod, perhaps. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get away with everything. I actually might like the stacks. I'm not incorporating any in this list, but I feel like there's probably an excuse to run some stacks pieces, because I feel like this is just going to be slower by virtue of the fact that it's...
Collector could probably go...
I mean, well, I'm just trying to hate on all sorts of, like turbo adnos and whatnot, and that's not happening.
Boo.
So, well.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So Grey Jedi and Free Golos both joined. World Uologist, if we can't get that camera running, I might boot you for someone else. But definitely get to chatting with us if you're alive and well, and then we'll go from there. Oh, hey Sadweeb.
Hello.
What are you playing?
I am playing Luris of the Dream Den as a commander, not as a companion.
Huh. Why break convention? No, I'm kidding. No, so I've heard of this. I've heard people do this, but I've not seen this, so I'm excited for it.
Well, little spoilers, since someone mentioned it. This is a Turbo Adnos deck.
Hey,
there you go.
So let's see if you can stop me from doing what I want to do, you know?
Well, it won't be me.
Probably one of us will be happy.
Yeah.
Well, statistically, one of us is going to be happy.
You know, I'm kind of sad to hear that, because my favorite version of Luris decks are the ones that are just Luris stacks, and to reanimate the 3 and 4 CMC stacks pieces, you just recast Animate Dead from the graveyard.
Well, also good news, this is one of the stacks your list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not reanimating many of the 3 and 4 drops. In fact, I only run 1 4-drop and then 3 or 4 3-drops. in this deck list. So,
all right. So we've got nearly four here. Someone else said they wanted a game earlier, but I think he might be busy till later this evening. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to get in a game or two here, though. So, if you want to join, feel free to join the Discord. But I'm probably good with this hand, honestly, as well. I want to get turn order before we determine anything.
But I will.
Yeah, I mean, well, we could do we've done 3-mander on this channel before, but let's I want to randomize it, but I need to randomize it when there's 4 people. There we go. Yeah, I'm so excited to see how this list plays. I feel like it's gonna be not having the play lines pre-established in my mind, or at least the cleanest play lines established in my mind. It's probably gonna run horribly, but who knows? Were you guys watching the stream? Do you have any feelings on Anzrag? Like, it's definitely doing dumb Gruul things. There's that.
Yeah, so actually, I suggested the Domri. I was mistakenly thinking of Samut, because you were saying what's something that gives haste, and that's like, oh well, that gives you uncounterable, blah blah blah. So it still seems okay. But
Samut is Naya, right? She's just one off. Or is there a Gruul Samut?
The Nagila Samut, the one that's connecting, draws you cards.
The 4 mana one that it's like 2 and double hybrid Gruul. It just says all your creatures have haste, and it only has a minus ability to plus some things up.
I forgot that one existed. Dang.
No, I put it in a Sisay deck as something to pull out, so that you can just have a chain of tutors going and give your give your giant mana dork like Giganta haste. But so then you can do like infinite flickers and just attack with an infinitely big board if you get your combo off.
All right, well, in either case, testing with at least 3 of 4 players is going to be good enough over goldfishing. So if you guys are good with this, I'm happy to start us off in a second. If anyone wants to jump in, feel free to. Again, Will left a link to the gameplay in the Discord, so if you guys want to jump on the spell table, we can just refresh from there. But if you guys are good, I think I'm good.
Give it a try.
Gotta give it a try.
And for any of the new players joining us from YouTube, I put the link in the Looking for Games tab underneath Magic the Gathering, just to help you get there.
So yeah, this is turn order. You can determine your hands from here, should you like. There's no blood, so go batshit, go crazy. Whatever you felt like doing, this is the time. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm looking at a carpet of flowers in my starting hand. I don't know. That's a great. Sans Chrome Box.
And Pyroblast do you have in your hand?
Yeah, that too. Not so good. Ricochet Trap, not so good.
Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. This pod is not the right hand to keep. It doesn't have enough. I'm sorry. I'm go to 6.
You're good. Oddly, this hand is still good. I'll show you guys my hand. It's a Lotus Petal, Soul Ring, 1 land. We've got Crop Rod, Cord as tutors, Archdruid's Charm as well, and Carpet of Flowers. So like it could be potentially good if there was blue. And then my top deck would have been Final Fortune, right? Of course. We want to see those Final Fortunes early. It's the turn 2 Final Fortune that always gets you.
All right. And there's no land there, unfortunately.
Not
the last
even?
one had plenty of land. Last one had plenty of land, but
I'll keep this hand. Sure. It's a Final Fortune starter. I'll let you know again. But I think it's but like I said, it's the turn 2 Final Fortune that always wins out. Yeah, we'll keep this. This seems dumb enough to do nothing.
Well, maybe I'm trying to playtest the new 4-drop.
What one?
Oh, wait, which one again? Did you mention this
The one
earlier?
that says you can't take the turns.
Oh God.
Maybe that's my 4-drop that I'm running in my deck.
Wait, the what's it called? The white one? The it's so good. It's the one that just draws. Like any instance you could draw, it just draws. Something pair?
Trouble in pairs.
What are you fetching with Marsh Flats? Don't ask me, Grizzly. Don't ask me. Pat, what platform are you using for digital cards? So thank you for asking about the Marsh Flats.
Oh no.
I always add a fetch land that doesn't belong. Let's just pretend it belongs. Here, how about the? Oh, I'm not gonna reset now, but let's just say that is our. We love Marsh Flats here. Well, this is a Marsh Flats channel. It's just that it's not playable in this deck. Very good question, though. Thank you for that.
I mean, it's legal. It is a legal inclusion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you question my Marsh Flat? Maybe I want to fail to find. Maybe I need to put myself down. You know, a peg. The deck is too good.
Ways to ping yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. This is what this deck needs.
It's just breach fodder.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
There we go.
Other players like LED. I like Marsh Flats. Tapped out OBS with virtual camera. So guys, if you ever wanted to, I don't have a tutorial for you, but I use virtual camera on OBS and then I just send it to a screen. It's actually to troll opposing players. Yeah. Oh yeah, just to see if we can get the opposition agent out of our opponent's hand. Yes, that's exactly what Marsh Flat's there. It's the test. It's the Oppo test. Yeah, but I'm good with this if you guys are good.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna Gemstone Caverns and Marsh Flats. No, I got nothing. We're good.
Are we ready? Shall I?
You shall. If you'd like.
I do like.
Okay.
All right. Comms tower for a halfling. Turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Very nice.
Seems good. If anyone's over on the Discord and they see someone that wants to jump in, please let me know. But you can just jump in, and if I see you, I'll add you. All right. We're going to use a Scalding Tarn, also perfectly legal. And we're going to get our Taiga from the list. Shuffle. We'll drop the Tigers. I'll put a Wild Growth on the Taiga, and then I will pass with that. That seems okay. Gentle start. Just a little gentle nudge. Do I wish it had a Mana Crypt? Of course. Of course I wish.
All right. Now I'll take my turn. I'll draw.
Makes Yavimaya. Oh yeah, we don't even have Yavimaya in the list, man.
Let's play the Exotic Orchard.
Oh, damn, I thought you were going to give spirits. I thought you were going to feed my strategy.
This is exotic, not forbidden. However, it's in the deck.
Damn. All right, well, you can make
a Chrome Mox imprinting a Swords to Plowshares.
Cool.
Wow, disrespect. You hear that, halfling? You're not worthy of a swords.
I'll pass a turn.
I got you.
Maybe if you were a full-ling, he would have considered keeping the swords, but...
No.
City of Breath.
Okay.
Take one. Cast Eidolon of Rhetoric.
Ooh, one spell per turn.
All right, guys. So we're going to be here until midnight, so get cozy.
We'll be here until my wife tells me I have to go.
Okay, there's that. Shoot. Maybe I Final Fortune. No. Let's do...
Well, you need another red still.
It's true. Mana Confluence. Mana Confluence is good. We're going to... Let me do some basic math. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use Desperate Ritual here. I'll lose a... I'm sorry, I should have lost life earlier for the fetch. I'll lose a life for the Mana Confluence now. I'll generate 3 red and then the Wild Growth mana. And I will cast... Anzrag, the Quake-Mole.
How are you doing that through an Eidolon?
Oh, son of a bitch! You're so right. It's one not. This is not Deafening Silence. Jesus.
It's not.
Well, yeah, I can still say I cast the Desperate Ritual if we want to punish me.
If you like, I'd say pick it back up personally.
Oh well, I got so excited. Yeah, that is
We're only
definitely.
playtesting here, so.
This is definitely not deafening silence. Let me double check. Son of a bitch. No modern cards are worth buyout. No. Is the Mole King worth the buyout? Oh, you're considering no, I wouldn't say that the Anzrag is worth. I don't think that Commander players are going to be chomping at the bits for this quite yet. But well, okay. So you've seen the Desperate Ritual. So how about we'll cast a friendly little Dawn Strider. I'll pass with that.
All right.
And I'll get the life back.
1 tap, discard a card from your hand, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn. Interesting.
Gotcha.
Well,
Gotcha.
On your end step, I'm going to
Falling
tap
on a
for a
body.
black.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast this in 2.
Yes.
Entomb is a legal card.
Sure
This is a card. I don't know if anyone's really looking to... does anyone know of any decks that really want Anzrag the Quake-Mole? Doesn't seem like something that would be played in Modern, in my mind. I don't know. I don't play Modern, though. Actually, that's a good question. Are there any... Do you guys spec buy at all? Are there any cards that you've seen from Murders that feel like something you would just want to swipe as many copies of as you could?
I generally don't do that. I'd just say it is something that's going to cost me too much to get later, but I'll
like
wanna make sure I grab
Agatha's
it
Soul
now.
Cauldron, like how I never bought Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and like how I never pre-ordered the One Ring. Yeah, no, I've definitely been bitten the ass off of those two recently. Those are maybe I wound up buying the one
pre-order for.
The One Ring pre-ordered for pre-order foil $20. And we all know what happened there. So
Well,
Leon and
I
Relic
will put
order
this
we
Leon
got.
and Relic Order into my graveyard.
Yeah.
okay, that seems good.
Now I'll move to my turn. Untap.
Mm-hmm.
Delny's a
And
good
I-
suggestion, Gabe. Sorry.
We'll draw.
Delny's great. I feel like Delny's going to go into a lot of list.
Let's play this Iganjo, Sea of the Empire. And then let's
Pass.
tap 2. Let's play this Grinding Station.
Shit. Copying my style.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right.
The Mole is just an elf
Go for
commander.
turn.
Get out of here.
Play a
Kinda-
snow-covered swamp.
Okay.
Tap 4, taking 1 for Karn the Great Creator.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Ooh. That's unfortunate.
And then plus targeting Chromox.
Sure. Looking back at it now, I should have responded and sacked it to Grinding Station.
You can wind it back if you want to mill your.
While it's in
Yeah, because the
while
game
it's
state
in,
hasn't changed.
while
So
it's
I'm-
on the stack, yeah.
Yeah. So let's sacrifice. Oh,
That's
We're playtesting.
targeting yourself, I assume.
so
Right?
sacrifice the Chromox. We're going to mill the top.
Are you gonna mill Lav? Or are you gonna mill your? Okay.
Curse Totem? Marsh. There's my Marsh Blast.
Hey.
And then a Mana Crypt.
Well, look at this. You can Praetor's Grasp my Marsh Flats if it makes you feel any
Okay.
better.
In that case, I'll plus it with no targets.
All right.
And
Just be gentle.
I'm
It's a one. It's a
I'm
1/3.
it's a
1/4.
1/4. I'm gonna go to combat. I think I have to attack. I think I have to attack Loris, though.
Yeah.
Seems like
For
a
one.
good choice to me. Wait, it's
Yeah.
just
Right.
one, right?
Yeah, it's just one.
All right.
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
turn.
I'll take turn. Okay, that's a card. We're gonna see Delny a lot. I think you're gonna see Delny a lot in like the Timna Crom pairings, probably. It's just it gets so many triggers. Delny's gonna be really great. I don't think Delny as its own commander is gonna be good though, but I think Delny in the 99 of a lot of decks as a 2 generic you know,
I
one
imagine you
white.
could force it and make Delny playable, but it's going to be just cracked in some other decks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna go for an Arid Mesa, and I'll break that. I'll lose the additional 2 to shock out. I know. Ban it. Ban this card. Yeah, there hasn't been. Has there been a commander ban in a while? Have you guys noticed?
Not since Golos, I thought, right?
It's been calm. I kind of miss Golos. Golos is great.
I literally texted a friend a week or two ago. It's just no context whatsoever. It just said, "I miss Golos."
Yeah, what did they say? Just a tear face emoji. I'm done with that. By the way.
No,
Okay.
There was no response.
Oh, you're like, I don't play Magic, right?
Also on the other stuff. I'll cast
No,
a there too.
Magic.
Vamp Tutor, you say?
Yep.
Seems good to me. Yeah, I got no responses. It's not that kind of game.
I'm
Only one per turn, right?
Yeah. So if you're doing it on his turn, you're good.
Yeah, we're in one of those longest stretches without bans. Yeah, I think so. Golos was when? Golos was last year.
Yeah.
Golos is just a great 5-color commander. There's no, it's just value. Like, we all like ramp, right? Play Golos, ramp. It seems good. And more than that, like, it was any land, right? Any 2 lands?
Any land. Any one land, yeah.
Any one land. Oh, I was just thinking about flickering it, that's why. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's good, though. Exile the top 3 cards of your library and play one. Yeah. What a great card.
Yeah.
Golos was 2 years ago. My God. Has it been 2 years? I like that it hit you too, though, Lav. Because this was only recently for me. I'm like, I was looking at 5-color commanders and I was thinking to myself, how cool would it be to make Golos? Hey, Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a while ago, but I think I was actively planning to make a Golos deck when that ban came down.
Thank goodness you didn't. You're just like, got your foil copy, got your sleeves, unban Paradox Engine, and then watch the world burn. Gabe, I would be fine with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oddly, yeah. I don't know. Does Paradox Engine really like benefit the lists that are dominating cEDH right now? It would elevate lists that aren't. Top deck and Tithe.
I'm sure cEDH would be quite fine.
Here's a card that most people probably never seen before.
I like it though.
3 lands.
What are your 2 planes?
My 2 planes, Godless Shrine and Scrubland.
Hell yeah, dude! Nice. Tithe is great. Tithe is great. Visions, Tithe. I think it's reserve list. Like, it's kind of gone up in value. It's one of the better land tutors in the game, and it's in white, by the way.
I want to say it's like $15-20 now.
Is it? Because I did not spend that much. I have mine painted, but I forget. I don't know what it's in. I have it somewhere behind me though. Everyone would lose their mind.
Untapped as well.
Unban Paradox Engine in the format gets a lot bigger. Yeah, you'd see like that Selesnya Sisse again. Hell, I mean, honestly, obviously Oswald would really love it. I would really love to have the Pen Engine in that list, but I'm not expecting that to ever occur. So 2 lands, I assume you want to play the Shockland?
You are correct. I will play this. This will go to my hand.
That's fair.
All right.
Then I'll pass. Playing slow game today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, Pat, you did cast your commander last turn, right?
I cast that's all I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Carmella would go... Carmella? Do you mean the new Orzhov commander?
I'll make it uncounterable, because that matters.
Mana type. I'm just kidding.
Cast my commander.
Thalian Gitrog. You may play additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever Thalian Gitrog attacks, sacrifice a creature or land, then draw a card. It's a lot of text.
Yeah. Plus Karn with no targets. And swing one at Loris over there again.
Seems good.
And unfortunately, no first or second land drops at this point, though.
Thank God.
So that's turn.
I will take turn. Let's see here.
So you've got your looter, but does that prevent damage?
I'm not winning here in any way. See, so she'll discard a card, prevent all combat damage. It would be dealt this turn. So the death touch, I could get around the death touch technically, but
right.
Which may be something we need to do. Cormella, the Grixis one, I just looked it up. Yeah, Cormella would be really sick with it. Let's see here. Sure, I'll swing. I think I just go to swing Anzrag at the Karn. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll swing Anzrag at Karn, and that's it for now.
Well, now I just saw what you did. There's a trick that I don't remember. I mean, I'm just gonna block with my commander. You planning to activate your thingy over there?
Potentially. As it stands, I think we need to. Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, we'll activate her by tapping the Stomping Grounds. So I'll discard a card.
Damage.
Yeah. We need to do something. We need to point something at this Karn. The thing we're gonna discard is going to be. I think I need to hold solutions. And despite my wanting to keep this in hand, I think I need to get rid of the Desperate Ritual you guys saw.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will pass with that. I'll pass with that. That seems fine.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
This is a weird game.
I'll play this Scrubland.
Tapped. Sadly.
Wait, is it tapped?
All your lands come from Thalia.
It is.
Lands and creatures.
It is. You are correct.
Will says untap trigger. Untap trigger.
Let me see.
Holy moly got blocked. Oh shit, you're so right. Yeah. I'm sorry. These are both untapped. And I get an additional combat.
Oh yeah. Let's rewind a little bit.
You're right. We're not doing the Anzrag thing. We're not doing the Anzrag thing. You're so right.
Looks like we're going to be looting one more, presumably.
I wish this was a loot. You know what, guys? Maybe you're right. There's something to these looters. So yeah, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. So I honestly think we just leave it standard. Because there's no sense. It's just untapped. There's no sense in me attacking again because nothing would happen.
No one's going to block now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could just let this never end. How about that? I mean, I could swing at Karn, but then the damage wouldn't go through. So.
If I needed you to dig for an answer, sure, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dawn Strider wouldn't. Because if he blocked, so technically the Thalia get Rogger tapped. But yeah, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. It would stop the damage from Anzrag to Karn, if I'm not mistaken. But it is pseudo vigilance, so I can do the thing again with her. Right, but I am going to pass with that though.
All right.
So yeah, it's still your go.
This was tapped. I drew this.
Thank you, Will.
Now. Here's something I don't know how it works.
Well, let's talk about it.
Especially in a webcam game.
Okay.
So if I cast Praetor's Grasp, how are we going to resolve this?
I could just tell you. I could just send you the deck list, I guess.
All right.
I mean, I've got a link to my list if we need that. So.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be hitting Lav with this. Yeah.
Probably go after the black white deck because
I mean,
get the damn.
It is the closest, and I can make green too. So
that's true.
Well,
yeah, I think I usually just I don't know. If you don't want to give information, I guess you should just look at the list. You're gonna have to inform him what to remove from his list is all. That's the only hang up. So he'll know what you're removing.
Can I just drop it in the Discord Magic the Gathering channel, maybe?
You could. You can also DM me. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Not like that. That is dropping the entire list. I was going for a link. See if that works. There we go. All right, there's your link. I'm pretty sure that that's exactly correct now. That was, like I said, I was making some changes not too long ago, but I think I got it.
Oh, hey, there's a Luris in this list.
Take the Luris.
No. That's in the maybe board.
Oh, damn. Sorry. It's only the maybe. It's only a potential. It's not. It's maybe not good enough for Thalia Gitrog.
If you're looking for creature removal, that's not like an Elish Norn. I think there's like
toxic. Go toxic.
I mean, you've got like your path and swords and the winds of abandon. I think those are what you'd be looking for.
I'll support any choice you make. And this is the man who put his path under a Chrome Mox that got carned, by the way. I just want to say there's some weird karmic force at play here. If he goes to Praetor's Grasp of Path right now.
just wanted to make me feel like I was doing something.
Right.
Now, surprisingly, there isn't much. There isn't too much removal in this deck, but I think I'm going to.
What is there in that deck?
Take out whatever you're looking for.
All right. Would be a good card. However,
Will, you could play with us if you're still in the chat, Will. All he has to do is point that webcam down. What's wrong with this guy? How would Holy Moly work with First Strike? Would you prevent damage after First Strike damage? Technically, there's 2 damage steps. Yeah. But damage is applied at the same stage. Am I mistaken? Right, there's First Strike. No.
You have a First Strike
attack
sub-phase of combat.
Right,
where
then
creatures with First Strike deal damage. Then
the damage goes through normal. So if Holy Moly had First Strike and hit your Thalia Gitrog, could I then get around the Death Touch by using the ability before damage is applied on the regular attack step? I think damage is applied with the Looter that you referenced earlier. That's a good question, though.
Well, this has First Strike too.
We'll never scratch that theory, but if it didn't, to complicate things.
If this were 4 power, no First Strike with Death Touch, you could deal damage in the First Strike, and then the creature and then this would be gone, and then you could activate your thing afterwards. Yeah, and get your loot. I mean, the damage would already be done, but you figure out what you want from this deck yet?
I did. I sent it to you.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
Should be in DMs.
No, I didn't have anything saying I had one, but here. Okay. All right. Yeah, there it is.
All right. And that's my turn.
Okay. Go to my turn. Draw. Hooray. We'll play a land. Exotic Orchard. And yeah.
Right.
There.
Got you. Yeah. Man, I play so much One Piece that I'm so confused by this stuff nowadays. So yeah, beginning of combat, declare attacker, declare blocker, first strike damage, combat damage. You'd be able to get the damage through before you could get the damage through and use the effect, Victoria. So you could, if you want to use the first strike utility with Anzrag. Sorry.
Well, this feels iffy, but
let's see the iffy play. The world wants to know.
yeah. Move to combat.
It's like a use it or lose it scenario.
Yeah, and then send everything at Loris, and I have an attack trigger. I have to sack something. I'll sack the Mana Dork and draw a card.
Right. So Thalia does need to be attacking for
That's
that.
5, right?
So that's coming for 4 and 1. I assume that's good.
And we'll use this to signify the mana damage. Unless there's a way on spell table. Oh wait, there is. Okay.
Okay. So nothing special after damage, but then second main.
Got the land.
Temple Garden.
Okay.
Let's see the second one.
No, I don't have one of those.
Ah.
But I'll cast Elves of Deep Shadow as my land for turn and take up Karn with no targets. It's at 8. And pass turn.
Seems good. Karn is at 8. Take turn.
Sure is.
For now. Okay. We're going to cast 1, 2, 3. I'm going to buckle my shoe with that one. The sucker's still there, sadly. We're going to tap here for green, and then we'll do blue. I'll cast Lure. I'll put Lure on Anzrag. All creatures able to block enchanted creature do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if that is good, I will swing Anzrag at your Planeswalker, Lev.
And so I'm required to block with this creature.
This is true.
Yep. Okay. No response before that. I am blocking.
No more elves?
Any effects before?
No.
I have one untapped creature. Any effects before damage?
No, we'll just murk the elf.
You will just eat the elf. All right.
Then untap this creature after this combat phase. There's additional combat phase. Woohoo!
Now,
right?
Yep.
Important thing over here, if you want to maximize it, because
I could have attacked with the Dawn Strider too, but
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna attack. I don't know. You've taken a lot of hate. I'll swing it your way now. Is that cool?
Hey, I'm all good with it. It's the correct play.
I was holding it up for any instance where something could occur, but I realized it's only combat damage, so it's less of a trick and more of just a way to get a card out of my hand, which is not great. But that's fine. I think she's gonna just be left up because I kind of want her to have that effect still. We will swing Anzrag at your Karn just to bring it down.
And that's going to remove it entirely, right?
Oh, that's 8 damage, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Card's
that's
done.
that's the full 8, sir. 4 for 8/4. Totally vanilla fair. That makes sense.
All dies in front of the mole god.
So I've cast Lure this turn, so that's my 1 spell per turn. I will pass with that. I've got a Mana Confluence open.
All right. I will untap. And I'll draw.
Lav just chases that with a Collector Oof.
I'll play this.
and it's all fine again.
Phyrexian Tower, which is
Okay.
very.
I don't know why you would think I might be running Collector Roof in this deck. I don't know.
Oh, after the Karn? I can't imagine why.
Well,
I know, I heard you say Abzan stacks. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Let's see, because it's still 1 spell per turn. Let's tap for a black. Let's play this Imperial Seal.
Damn, so many tutors this game. Entomb, Vamp, Imp Seal. All right.
Imp Seal is good.
Yeah, I got nothing for that. Mental Misstep, anyone? Gonna stop this?
No.
Well, if they're with blue in the pod, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Or we're waiting for that unset to come
Since
with
I assume
Unmental
you
Misstep.
basically got a pass priority then, right?
Well,
yeah.
Well, one way or another,
maybe...
I want to flash in a Hushwing Griff.
Okay. I mean, technically, he could grinding station his own grinding station, so there's still that.
I very much could.
Holy moly, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's like the tragedy is the fact that it's 7 mana to do the must be blocked thing itself, but it's nice that that is attached to the creature, and I think it's a fair cost for it, because if you really look at it, it's still a 4 for 8/4, and there are certain instances where in a one-on-one game your opponent would need to block this. You can't just let this thing swing at you every single turn. So
this will go on top, and then I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think in the commander format it's a little quirky, but I'm kind of liking the mole. The god.
All right. Casting as my spell for turn. Toski.
Ooh, very nice.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of draw.
If Toski is summoning sick, but want to move to combat. Anything before combat?
So Toski applies to all your creatures, though, right? Still.
Yeah. Any of them that hit will.
Whenever a creature deals combat damage,
we'll draw a card.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I'll declare attackers. Okay. I'll send. I'll send the 1/4 Eidolon at you, and the 4/4 and the flying 2/1 at Luris, and I have a trigger, which will sacrifice a snow-covered swamp to draw a card.
Okay.
All right. I will have responses here.
Okay.
If you don't have anything.
You may proceed.
Well, I'm under an Eidolon and I've cast a spell already.
Well, I meant, sorry.
So this is during the.
Name. I just know.
No, it's okay. Pat.
All right.
So you want to do on the attack step.
On declaring blocks or moving phases somehow. Tap for a green using Exotic Orchard. Tapping for a Godless Shrine. I'm going to play this Assassin's Trophy, which I Praetor's Grasp off of Lab. Surprisingly, I'm going to hit the Eidolon.
That's not terribly surprising.
But we'll remove 1 draw from the Tulski. But you do get to search your deck for a basic land, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. Yep, we're going to do that. It comes in untapped.
And then I will take the 6.
It's. Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. Because the Eidolon was the only one going at Patrick. Yeah.
You have 2 cards in hand?
I have 1 card in.
No, Lav over here.
I have 2 cards in hand, and on damage, I have a trigger to draw 2.
Yeah, we see that. We're gonna go.
Hold on. If the Eidolon is gone, yeah, that's fine.
I think
get a basic swamp off the butt trophy.
I think I'm maybe I have this activated ability, so I'm more or less okay with you drawing 2.
Okay.
I can stop you
so
from drawing the
we're-
2, but I'm fine with you drawing the 2.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw 2 then.
Just remember this, Lav.
Oh, I will remember it forever.
Just be gentle. Don't make this a collector oof turn. Actually, you make it a collector oof. That's fine. Collector oof.
Okay. Well, I will say thank you very much for the Gaia's Cradle.
Of course. You're welcome.
For the take 1, Dauntless Dismantler, Collector Roof.
Ooh.
Can you tell me what Dauntless Dismantler does again?
Yes. It's a 1/4 human artificer. My opponent's artifacts ETB tapped, so no dockside shenanigans. X white, so double X plus white, and sacrifice it as a cost. Destroy each artifact with CMC X. So you can pay white and sack it and blow up all the 0 costs, or 2 and a white and all 1 costs.
I'm just wondering, do I activate this?
In response, you could.
In response to that collector roof.
Yeah. Collector roof is the last thing that's coming in.
I think I'm going to sacrifice the grinding station to let me think. So I did take a look at your deck list. I don't think I want to mill you as much as well, I guess it's not too bad, but knowing that there's
it's definitely not heavy reanimator. I actually cut a couple of reanimation things, but
yeah,
but I mean like the green creature tutors search your graveyard nowadays. So
this is true. So let's hit Pat for 3.
Top 3?
Yep,
Sure.
top 3.
So we're gonna reveal a Sylvan Library, a Spore Frog, and a Tinderwall. So it's gonna go right to the grave. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna have to be fine. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I will take turn.
It is kind of tricky playing with a lured Anzrag, honestly. But
Yeah, there's a lot of things I can swing at.
Well, now he got an indestructible squirrel, so you know.
I know. So we can only ping each other
these
so
are
long.
not indestructible, though. So
no, they're not. And they will need to block.
I have 4 total power untapped.
You can triple block. You can technically triple block me.
Wait, this is actually very funny.
I might be required to.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a funny situation.
Okay. We are going to move to combat. But not until we do Chrome Mox. We're going to do Chrome Mox guttural response. I've been dreaming about this. I know the collector roof. Okay, I know about the collector roof. I saw this. It was too good. There's no blue player. Just let me have this, okay? Just let me have
it. It does enter tap.
Oh, fucking yeah, you're right. It's fine. It's still, I still have it though. It's still something I get to enjoy. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna move to attack. I'm gonna swing with Anzrag, and I'm gonna swing with the Dawnstrider. Dawnstrider's gonna go towards you, Sad, and the Anzrag is gonna go towards you, Lav. You can elect your blocks.
I'm required to block with everything that can, right?
Oh, maybe I don't swing with her. Yeah, no, we don't swing with her. I'm sorry. Look at the card in my hand is not as good as I thought. Yeah, you have to, or I think it says everything, right?
All creatures that can block are required to, right?
Oh my god, is that exactly enough damage? Yeah, I guess I just let it die.
I have 4 up right now, so
this is awful.
That's the point.
Just woke up, gonna make lunch. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, maybe I don't attack. This is the worst board state to be in right now. How about this? I think we're gonna do, we need to do this. This is how this works, because your thing is gonna make my lands come into play tapped, right? Your Gitrog is still there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Creatures and non-basic lands.
All lands.
Chrome Mox is tapped because of that. This is tapped because of that. Opponent's artifacts are tapped. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We're going to tap the Taiga for a red and a green. I'm going to use a green to cast crop rotation, but only after tapping this for the additional red. Okay, so we've got a red floating. We've got a red floating, a red floating.
Literally anything.
And a green. I think I might end the game here, folks. So here, if you need to go, Lev, don't worry. So I'm gonna get rid of the mana confluence.
In, so.
Yeah. So
right.
Here, watch. We're gonna get Maze of Ith. It's gonna come into play tapped. I've got a red floating off of the Taiga and a red floating off of the mana confluence I just got rid of. We're gonna cast Final Fortune.
That is a legal play.
So I'll take my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Take my next turn. All right, so next turn rolls around. I'll shuffle, untap, draw. We've got a Maze of Ith and a Dream. So I'm going to swing with the Anzrag over at you, Lav, and you do need to block with all legal creatures.
I've got one of them is indestructible, but blocking with 4 power.
Did I use all of my things? Yeah, it is indestructible, blocking with 4 power. So yeah, we're going to use Maze of Ith to untap target creature. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt to and by that creature this turn. This is awkward. Yeah, I just want to establish this line of play here, minimally. I don't think I had enough...
I mean, you know what you do is you target one of my creatures with the Maze of Ith so that you kill them. So you kill the remaining ones without dying.
I don't think he can do that.
Untap target attacking creature attacking, yeah.
Oh, it's got to be target attacking creature. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Attacking or
no, that doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah, this is weird. I'm trying to work my way through this puzzle here. I don't think I have it, sadly, but we're gonna go through with it anyways.
I mean, you can at least loot.
Oh, it's not a loot effect. It's not a loot effect. This girl. No, she didn't do that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because what we'll do is we'll have infinite combats on the squirrel. We'll have infinite combats attacking you, but
it doesn't do anything right now.
I could kill the Lurrus with the Dawnstrider, provided this Dawnstrider gets through, but then you'll win by default. Yeah, also, there's no way.
Anzrag, I don't think sets indestructible, right?
No, he's not indestructible.
So if you were to make it indestructible, you could kill me with the Dawnstrider, but I don't think you can without.
Oh, the Dawnstrider, you don't have a blocker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Dawnstrider will just attack 23 times for 1, while there's no damage happening on my side of the battlefield. That's the play there. Actually, no.
I don't quite understand, because Dawnstrider says prevent all combat damage.
No, I'm not going to do that with Dawnstrider.
Actually, no. I think that's right.
Wait, prevent.
Because
Oh wait,
you just
okay, with the
attack,
maze of Ith. I
you would
see, I see.
you attack me every time with Anzrag. Use the Maze of Ith. So at every time, these are blocking Anzrag, and Anzrag is taking no damage, and
Right.
you get to attack for one wherever you want. I have no blockers that can block it. That can, and neither does Luris. So
Oh, okay,
unless Luris,
I see the logic.
so we will both
Oh,
get pinged for one
right.
as
Because
many times as you want.
lure makes it so they have to
Yeah.
indefinitely. Okay. Wow. Okay. So sorry, Anzrag is going to attack.
That does get there, unless Luris has effects at instant speed.
Unfortunately, not this time.
Okay,
No.
so just to establish it though, we're going to Anzrag you and then Maze of Ith on the block. Right. And then once we've established that,
Yeah.
I would assume you'd try to kill the Dawn Strider at that point. We'll go for the Anzrag attack and we'll Dawn Strider you for 1. And we'll do this 23 times like we went through the whole combo line. If you guys are watching with us, like I really worked my marbles. So here's what I'm holding. I was holding a Goblin Engineer and a Reverberate. So my thought was like maybe I could just let this die and then work out a grinding station line, but like I don't have the UB. I pulled a Elvish Spirit Guide. So there really wasn't too much to do with this turn. Reverberate was just a way to double down on any potential removal that Sad Weeb pulled. But holy moly, yeah, we got there. Lure,
Right.
don't
Awesome.
don't talk badly
Lure-
about Lure anymore.
Lure was the yeah. You managed to lure us pretty well there. That was the card that made it all happen.
My tutor
All
was Meat Hook Massacre, and my card game was Animate Dead. So I would have had
so-
it next turn if you didn't win.
100%. That makes total sense. But I got 2 turns. I got 2 turns there. Mateus, if you were
did.
watching, thanks for the Final Fortune suggestion. It was gonna go in anyways. But no, seriously. Final Fortune's great. Okay, thank God for Lure, because all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. That is so vitally important for this enchantment aura. That's amazing. So literally one, I don't want to call her a shitty creature, but one little 1/1 did all the work. Good for her. That is so weird. Even with your indestructible, it didn't. Yeah, that was fun, guys. All right, so I don't know if you guys want to give your 2 cents. Obviously, Anzrag is its own thing, but Lav, it sounds like you got to go though.
I do, but yeah, that was that was cool. And it actually worked. Yeah,
God Mole Tribal.
pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, I mean, could have been different with a 4th player, but who knows? If there was a blue player, they would have just been like, then you don't get Lure. It would have been sad.
No.
And then you just cast a Guttural Response.
Oh, Maze entered tapped because Lav had his commander out. To answer your question.
Yeah,
So I did need a Final Fortune.
Miss Trigger, game's over. It's too late. Yeah.
No. I did crop rotation the turn prior in Final Fortune. So I had to work around that.
Yeah. It untapped. Yeah, you actually did think of that and work around it. Yes,
That's why my Chrome Mox is untapped. Not that it
Final
mattered.
Fortune was 2 mana to untap. All right, I'm gonna drop off. All right, cheers, guys.
See you, man. All right, guys, that'll do it for this one. Sad, since you're here, if you want to add your 2 cents, obviously this isn't like a final build. This is just a build we came up with in an hour, but I think it does the thing. Obviously, in a 4-person setting, the tide could change in a variety of directions. There's a lot of variance with Commander, as you'd expect in a 4-person game, but I think it's good. I like it. It's kind of dumb, but it's doing a thing.
I think you're doing well with it. I definitely like how you had Elvish Spirit Guide and Guttural Response as a pseudo Force of Will.
Oh,
in
great.
case there was a blue player.
Yeah, and I would have, like, obviously you wouldn't play the Chrome Mox into the Collector Oof combo for Guttural if there was a blue player. Obviously hold on to that, and then you could have interaction for a potential counterspell, but it's super fun. I think that the deck is kind of on the higher end of the CMC curve. Like, a lot of the things you want to do are higher costed and they're kind of slow. Dawn Strider not being a proper it's interesting because Maze of Ith was so crucial there. But Dawnstrider not being a proper like looter, just a way to fog, is fine. I don't know, like how good are generic fogs in this list? I almost would rather try to just run every single land tutor, and I think we are between the Reclamations, it's Reclamation Sage, I think. Reclamation Sage, the Sylvan Scrying, Elvish Reclaimer, Sylvan Scrying, and Crop Rotation. Because Maze of Ith is kind of integral for the package. I think having the single-sided protection is vital so that the rest of your deck can do its thing. But then if you look over Anzrag, does Anzrag read that same way? Must be blocked each combat if able. So Anzrag is not quite a lure. Anzrag ability only suggests that only one creature, as Will had mentioned earlier. So Lure's really damn good, but we can only find it via dumb luck. So how consistent can this list be? I don't know. There is also, though, the Tempting Licid that does the same thing. So all creatures able to block this enchanted creature do so. I like it. This is fun. I enjoyed my time. Honestly, Sad, I appreciate you swinging by, playing some lures. Obviously, I'd love to get in a lot more games for you guys in the future, but I too am going to go off to Dinnerland. But Sad, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say before we check out?
I haven't actually taken a good look at this list yet, so I sort of came in here blind. Now, one big question I have for you is, are you running Questing Beast in this list?
No.
Because Questing Beast, one of the many lines of text on Questing Beast says combat damage that we dealt to by creatures you control can't be prevented. So,
does that overwrite Fog? Is what you're suggesting? Okay.
So if you're able to get a Fog effect, it would just be a one-sided damage, because you can do combat damage. Your creatures can't take combat damage.
Right, and more importantly, Questing Beast happens to be a creature, so you could very easily tutor up Questing Beast. What is Questing Druid? It's not anything similar, is it? It's not anything similar at all. Never mind. Questing Beast, if you guys remember, is from the first Eldraine set. This thing is ridiculous. Oh my god. That's interesting. That's really interesting. There's so much text that I forget everything it does, but I could see using Questing Beast in here. I could totally see using Questing Beast in here. So you've done this with the Fog. That's how that works. I guess it's a replacement effect. But isn't there
So
do you need to Fog then cast Questing Beast, or
no?
It just overwrites.
So because of how it's worded for Questing Beast. Questing Beast says that combat damage cannot be prevented. Period. All right. So it's it's an effect that stays on the field. And Fog just says that prevent combat damage. Because it's preventing the combat damage, Questing Beast's ability now is taking place where it says the combat damage can't be prevented by creatures you control.
Will says Questing Beast isn't good because it kills your combo. Combat damage dealt by this creature can't be prevented. The only issue there, and Will does the infinite relies on us not doing damage.
I see.
Right. So I do agree though that it's kind of dope to get around our Fog, but then we're kind of going back on the main play lines there. Like the Maze of Ith wouldn't be as effective unless you're put up against a Toski, and then obviously you'll be fine. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, we just need like the lures, all of the lures of the world, and it's kind of upsetting that Tempting Licit is the only one attached to a body. That's crazy to me.
Now the other thing that I was thinking about, really, well, not too old. What that Kanzatark here, Roar of Challenge. I'm not sure if that's in your deck either. It's another lure effect. But more importantly, it also gives indestructible.
All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. We did not add more lure effects than lure itself and tempting licit. This creature gains indestructible. Ferocious as if they have power 4 or greater, so it's indestructible. Huh. I don't mind that. I think the cost is... before we close this one, I'm just going to do a little bit of research. Because to me, all creatures able to block this creature is so good as a line of text. All creatures able to block this creature. I just want to see what pops up for this, because that is so good. There's 12 cards with this text. If there's a green creature that says this creature's damage can't be prevented, that would be good. If there's a green creature... yeah, no. That's true. There are more creatures with that text, but all the ones I can think of are high-costed. Honestly, that's why we have natural order. Like, I wouldn't mind natural ordering out one of these creatures if they just end the game. Tempting Licid is 3 CMC. All creatures able to block Shinen do so. Huh. There's the Shinen of Life's Roar, which is... oh, properly named off of your Roar of Challenge, that has channel for the same effects, but it's a little overcosted. There's the starter 1999 Alluring Scent. All creatures able to block target creature do so. I think I prefer Roar of Challenge. Whenever it enters a battlefield, if it was kicked, all creatures able to block target creature. Okay. Taunting Challenge. You know, honestly, I could see running like Roar of but Roar of Challenge for the indestructible is 100% an include. I think I might just put that in the body now. So if you're still watching, I think that needs to be in the main deck. It's not difficult to cast, but more importantly, you're just going to nuke someone's board. It's practically a board wipe. I'm putting it on the sideboard for now because it is something that is ultimately going to be added, but I agree that that is something we definitely want to include.
Another thing that I was thinking about was because of how Toski was there as an indestructible creature, if you're able to give 2 creatures indestructible, yours and your opponent's, that'd be a loop as well. Something like Ronus Indomitable. And it gives a trample too, Ronus. So
what is that? What's the spelling for that one again?
RHONAS. The Indomitable. INDOMITA.
Something can't attack or block unless you control target. Another target creature gets +2/+0 against trample until end of turn. Can't attack or block unless it's...
So although it's 6 mana for the for both activations, you'll be able to make your creature and then another creature, your opponent's creature, indestructible, and then you could just keep on swinging that way. Have your other creatures like your Dawn Strider kill me at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone else who doesn't have any creatures or anything like that.
You know, honestly, like Will's got a point here. When it comes to Shinin of Life's Roar, it's a generic and a green 1/2 body, all creatures able to block and must, and it has the channel effect to do the same thing on target creature. It is kind of important, the fact that you can tutor up Shinin of Life's Roar fairly easily and just have the channel effect. So if we look at Tempting Licit over something like Shinin of Life's Roar, yes, Tempting Licit costs less on the cast, but it is ultimately 2 generic and double green, the same cost as the channel effect on Shinin of Life's Roar, except Shinin of Life's Roar doesn't need to wait to do the thing. Actually, kind of like Shinin of Life's Roar better. That's not bad. Although I will say, if we're on Agatha's Soul Cauldron, which we are, then Tempting Licit is still pretty good. I think you run both. All right, let's put Shinin of Life's Roar on the sideboard as well. I think that should probably just go in. Yeah, there's just so many things you can do with this deck. We got there, But I think that, again, in a 4-person match, I would be curious to see how this fares. But I really enjoyed this deck. I could see myself tweaking it just a little bit more to get it to a more than playable state. But I think there's definitely hope for this list. I would like to consider more draw utilities. I mean, we were kind of deficient on draw, but we weren't low on hand size by virtue of the fact that there was a rule of law effect out there. So I don't know. I felt good. I felt good about that particular game. At any rate, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Sad Weeb again. Thanks for hanging out. Lav, thanks for gaming. Guys, if you want to participate in the future gameplay sessions, feel free to join the Discord. Of course, all of the information is pinned in the Looking for Games section on the Magic the Gathering part of our Discord. But we also cover One Piece and Sorcery on occasion. More Sorcery soon. Slight hiatus from Sorcery right now, but more on that soon. But Sad, thanks again.
Of course. It's fun playing with you.
Yeah, no, we'll need to get more gameplay. And of course, if you guys want to participate, just holler at me over on the Discord. But do expect me and Will to make a return as we discuss Murders at Karlov Manor tomorrow morning. I think I have it slated for 10 a.m. So we're going to be tiering up every legendary from the set to give you our opinions on their viability in a cEDH setting. But that should be a fun time. See you guys. Woo. That was an interesting deck. My brain was working overtime to figure out how to make it win